Kazi yake Kasongo, Soprano, one term, waende.
Naibu Rais Profesa Kithure Kindiki atofautiana na upinzani kwa kile alichokitaja kuwa ushiriki siasa za kuharibiana sifa na kukosa ajenda mwafaka kwa taifa hili.
Ile kitu wanataka kufanya, they want to create a Chinese iron ring on Luo Nyanza.
Mrengo wa Linda Mwananchi wadai machafuko yaliyoshuhudiwa Homa Bay mwishoni mwa juma lililopita yalinuia kusababisha mgawanyiko eneo la magharibi. Na serikali inalainisha mfumo wa ufadhili wa elimu ya juu kutoka kutegemea uwezo wa kifedha wa mzazi hadi mahitaji ya mwanafunzi, asema Waziri wa Elimu Julius Ogamba. Asante sana kuungana nasi hii leo. Naibu Rais Profesa Kithure Kindiki ameushtumu upande wa upinzani kwa kile alichokitaja kukosa ajenda ya maendeleo ya taifa na kujihusisha na siasa za mgawanyiko.
Akizungumza wakati wa hafla ya maafisa wa vituo vya uchaguzi wa chama cha UDA katika kaunti ya Tharaka Nithi, Profesa Kindiki alimkosoa mtangulizi wake Rigathi Gachagua kuhusu kile alichosema ni kushindwa kutekeleza majukumu yake kwa ufanisi alipokuwa akishikilia wadhifa wa pili kwa ukubwa nchini na hivyo kusababisha kuondolewa kwake madarakani.
Irunduni, kaunti ya Tharaka Nithi.
UDA!
Na Naibu Rais Profesa Kithure Kindiki alikutana na maafisa 15,000 wa mashinani wa chama cha UDA kutoka kila kona ya kaunti hiyo ili kuwapa kongole kwa kuchaguliwa. Profesa Kindiki ameendeleza ukosoaji dhidi ya viongozi wa upinzani akiwatuhumu kwa kukosa ajenda ya maendeleo kwa taifa.
Hawezi ongea mambo ya masoko ya mama mboga, hawezi kuambia vile bei ya mbolea itaendelea kuteremka, bei ya unga itaendelea kuteremka, hajui, ana namna. Kazi yake Kasongo, Soprano, one term, waende.
Naibu Rais pia amemkosoa kiongozi wa chama cha DCP Rigathi Gachagua kwa madai ya utendakazi duni wakati alipohudumu kama naibu rais, jambo ambalo lilisababisha kung'atuliwa kwake mamlakani.
Deputy Rais, unafukuzwa na Kenya ukiwa wapi? It's not possible. Wezekani, it's not possible. Ati mimi Kenya nzima ingangane mpaka ni it's not possible.
Profesa Kindiki amewahimiza viongozi hao wa mashinani kuwa katika mstari wa mbele katika kufanikisha azma ya Rais William Ruto ya kuchaguliwa kwa atamu ya pili wakati wa uchaguzi mkuu wa mwaka 2027.
UDA is the only party that has grassroots structures democratically elected by other members across Kenya.
Naibu Rais akawahakikishia Wakenya kuwa serikali ya kitaifa inaendelea kutekeleza miradi ya maisha ya wananchi. Tilio Marco, Darubini Wikendi.
Na mrengo wa kisiasa wa Linda Mwananchi unadai machafuko yaliyoshuhudiwa mjini Homa Bay mwishoni mwa juma ni njama ya kuleta migawanyiko miongoni mwa jamii zinazoishi magharibi mwa Kenya.
Viongozi hao ambao walizungumza wakati wa mazishi ya marehemu mkewe seneta wa Kakamega Boni Khalwale walisema hawatayumbishwa. Wakati huo kiongozi wa chama cha DCP Rigathi Gachagua ambaye alikuwa katika eneo bunge la Emurua Dikir, kaunti ya Narok, alitoa changamoto kwa wakazi kutetea sehemu yao kutoka kwa serikali.
Nyanza ndio imepeana some of the greatest defenders of democracy. And also Nyanza has paid the highest price in terms of assassinations, political assassinations. Watu waliopigania demokrasia. Tuwe na uhuru wa fikra na usemi. Tuwe na uhuru wa kwenda popote Kenya kuuza sera zetu. So Homa Bay County and Nyanza should be the last region to practice politics of intolerance. I offer an unconditional apology. This culture of Gunism ilianza kidogo kidogo. Osoti anakunywa chai, anatandikwa. Juzi Sifuna anakuja Homa Bay, anatandikwa. If we do not deal with Gunism in this country, it will morph into vigilantes, it will morph into militias, and it is going to eat us. Mimi nataka watu wetu mutulie tu. Hii fujo mnaona hii ati wanakazia registrar kutupatia sisi brand yetu kwa sababu ni sisi tumejenga hii kitu inaitwa Linda Mwananchi. Haijalishi jina gani unaweka, wananchi are looking for credible leadership. A name is just a name.
Sisi hatuna shida na jamii ya Wakalenjin na Wakipsigis. Shida yetu ni mtu mmoja. Kwa sababu hao Wakipsigis pia wanasema SHA ifanye kazi. Ama inafanya? Wanalalamika mambo ya kodi. Wanalalamika mambo ya masomo. Hawa wanalalamika kama Wakenya wengine.
Let government be government. Because ukiona mimi saa ingine ninashangaa, you think you are watching a movie. 80 people are distributing pangas publicly. Na wanapeana panga imekamatwa kwa video. Na sio panga ya kwenda kuvieka nyasi ama nepi ya grass ya ng'ombe, panga ya kwenda kuua Wakenya wengine. Tuko na serikali kweli?
Na serikali imesema kuwa inaimarisha mfumo wa ufadhili wa vyuo vikuu ili kurahisisha upatikanaji wa elimu ya juu na kuifanya kuwa nafuu kwa Wakenya.
Mfumo huo unapendekezwa ufadhili wa wanafunzi badala ya kuangazia hadhi ya kifedha ya wazazi, utaangazia mahitaji ya baadaye ya wanafunzi binafsi.
Akizungumza wakati wa hafla ya 11 ya kufuzu katika chuo kikuu cha Embu, Waziri wa Elimu Julius Ogamba alisema kuwa mfumo huo unanuiwa kuhakikisha kwamba wanafunzi hawakosi fursa katika vyuo vikuu na taasisi za elimu na mafunzo ya kiufundi TVET kutokana na hali za kifedha za familia zao.
Wizara ya Elimu imesema kuwa mfumo unaopendekezwa wa ufadhili wa wanafunzi unanuia kuondoa mzigo kwa familia na badala yake kuufanya kuwa uwekezaji unaoungwa mkono na serikali katika kuhakikisha wafanyakazi wenye ujuzi.
Where the parent was not determined as having the capacity to fund the doctor or the engineer, the students then had to change courses to take a course that the parent is able to afford. We've changed that thinking and said, let us fund the future of the student.
Waziri wa Elimu Julius Ogamba alisema kuwa serikali inakomesha utumiaji wa mfumo wa ufadhili unaoangazia wanafunzi ulioanzishwa mwaka wa 2023 uliotegemea mbinu za kutathmini uwezo wa kifedha kuamua kiwango cha ufadhili kuambatana na hali za familia ya mwanafunzi. Alisema kuwa mbinu za awali za ufadhili pia ziliviacha vyuo vikuu viking'ang'ana na madeni ya muda mrefu kutokana na nakisi katika ufadhili wa serikali.
That is the bill that is in Parliament, and once it becomes law, together with the contributions of government and other stakeholders, we will have enough resources to ensure that we are funding higher education students 100%, both tuition and upkeep.
Mfumo huo unaopendekezwa unatarajiwa kuongoza mbinu za baadaye za serikali za kufadhili elimu ya juu huku zikishughulikia mahitaji ya wanafunzi na kuhakikisha ufadhili endelevu katika vyuo vikuu. Jacqueline Masharia, Darubini.
Na safari ya kuelekea uchaguzi mkuu wa mwaka 2027 imeanza rasmi baada ya Tume Huru ya Uchaguzi na Mipaka KBC kuchapisha rasmi katika gazeti la serikali ratiba itakayoongoza mchakato wa uchaguzi.
Katika tangazo hilo, tume hiyo imeelekeza kwamba maafisa wote wa umma wanaotaka kuwania uchaguzi huo wajiuzulu kutoka kwenye nyadhifa zao za umma kufikia tarehe 10 mwezi Februari mwaka 2027.
Mwenyekiti wa Tume Huru ya Uchaguzi na Mipaka IEBC Erastus Ethekon amethibitisha kuwa uchaguzi mkuu utafanyika tarehe 10 mwezi Agosti mwaka ujao. Siku hiyo wapiga kura watachagua rais, magavana, maseneta, wawakilishi wanawake, wabunge na wawakilishi wa wadi. Kila chama cha kisiasa kinachonuia kushiriki katika uchaguzi huo kinatakiwa kuwasilisha majina na sahihi za wanachama wake walioidhinishwa kufikia tarehe 15 Oktoba mwaka huu pamoja na kanuni zake za uteuzi zilizothibitishwa na afisi ya msajili wa vyama vya kisiasa kufikia tarehe 30 Oktoba mwaka huu. Sheria pia zinahitaji vyama vya kisiasa kuwasilisha majina ya watu watakaowania katika kura za mchujo za vyama kufikia tarehe 8 Aprili mwaka ujao, ambayo ni takriban siku 21 kabla ya siku ya uteuzi. Aidha, tume hiyo imeelekeza kuwa kampeni zianze tarehe 29 mwezi Mei mwaka ujao na kukamilika tarehe 7 mwezi Agosti mwaka ujao, huku muda wa kampeni ukiwa kati ya saa 1 asubuhi na saa 12 jioni. Vyama vya kisiasa na wagombea pia wanatakiwa kuwasilisha majina ya mawakala wao wakuu wa ngazi ya eneo bunge na kitaifa kufikia Julai tarehe 27 mwaka ujao. Gisho Kiwashira, Darubini.
Na kufikia hapo mtazamaji, tunatamatisha sehemu ya kwanza ya Darubini Weekend. Usiende mbali, tutarejea papa hapa na taarifa zaidi.
Listen up. Colgate is on a mission. It's kind of a big thing. Colgate Herbal uses traditional nature's herbs and combines it with Colgate Science for healthy gums and strong teeth.
Colgate Charcoal Gentle Clean cleans and polishes teeth for a whiter smile and a naturally fresh and clean mouth. Choose natural. Choose Colgate Charcoal.
Ulikuwa unajua namna gani mambo ya nini Rangers? Ulikuwa unajua namna gani?
Fox Ranger is my good friend from United Kingdom. He had come to visit me here in Kenya. Na ile kitu alifanya mbaya ni kudanganya mgeni.
Uliza maswali mazuri yatakusaidia.
Why did you come and tell me to peleka you in
tupeleka you ni kusema nini?
Mheshimiwa, hii kisungu ni naingia ndani kabisa mheshimiwa. Ndio nimesema kama mtaelewa mtoke nje mheshimiwa.
Nataka ufafanue peleka you.
What about the national park? I want to see the out of Africa experience. The big five.
Do I look like a tour guide? Do I look like a tour guide?
Tena umegeuka.
Namuuliza mheshimiwa. Did I tour you?
Tour me?
No, Did am I a tourist?
Abana, you're not.
Thank you very much. So why are you coming to tell the court lies?
Are they lies?
Yes.
You're the one who told lies that you're a tour guide.
Unaendelea kutazama Darubini Weekend kwenye KBC Channel 1. Gavana wa kaunti ya Kilifi Gideon Mung'aro amewahimiza wakazi hasa wale wanaishi katika maeneo yanayokumbwa na mafuriko kuhamia maeneo salama kabla ya mvua inayotarajiwa ya El Nino.
Kaunti ya Kilifi ni miongoni mwa kaunti 16 nchini ambazo zimeorodheshwa kama maeneo hatari na yanayohitaji maandalizi ya kutosha kabla ya mvua. Mengi tuyapate katika mseto wa kaunti.
Kulingana na Mung'aro, idara ya kukabiliana na majanga tayari imeweka mikakati ya kukabiliana na athari za mvua ya El Nino, ikiwemo mashua za uokoaji, chakula, dawa na vifaa vingine muhimu.
Mkae mahali ambako mtakuwa hatuwezi poteza maisha. Tumeweka vijana wengi ambao watasimama kando ya mto kama wakina Francis na wengine ambao watakuwa kazi yao ni kuangalia kwamba watu hawavuki mto Galana ovyo ovyo, kwa sababu hataki kupoteza maisha.
Katika kaunti ya Busia, waziri wa kawi pia Wandai amesema shilingi bilioni 1.46 zimetolewa kwa ajili ya kuunganisha umeme kwa zaidi ya nyumba 17,000 kote nchini.
Na kwa hivyo serikali ikishatekeleza miradi za stima, ni jukumu la kila mwananchi to take care of the infrastructure. Kuna wahalifu wanakuja usiku, wanakata nyaya za stima, wengine wanaharibu transformers. Lazima sisi wote tukae macho.
Kwingineko, shughuli za uchukuzi zilisitishwa mjini Kakamega baada ya waendeshaji tuktuk kufunga barabara kuu ya Kisumu kuelekea Kakamega, wakishutumu matamshi ya mgombea wa useneta wa Kakamega Brand Lishenga, ambaye alionekana kuwatishia waandalizi wa mpango wa uwezeshaji wa wanatuktuk uliopangwa kufanyika kesho.
Naomba Lishenga awachane na kuvuruga mikutano yetu ambayo tunataka kufanya. Tumetafuta hii mambo ya empowerment karibu mwaka mzima. ikiwa ina bounce. Mwenyezi Mungu ametusaidia, imefika saa hii, yeye anakuja kutuambia ya kwamba anataka kuweka demonstration Saturday.
Hayo yakijiri, zaidi ya wasimamizi 80 wa hoteli katika kaunti ya Bungoma wamepata mafunzo ya siku 2 kuhusu ustawi wa sekta hiyo.
It is our wish that during this upskilling training we get to sensitize investors and managers on the need to consult with standards with our sister institutions like TRA to ensure that the classification standards are being injected into how they are operating and in how they are investing in the sector.
Collins, Kefa, Darubini.
Viongozi wa mrengo wa Kenya Kwanza kutoka eneo la Magharibi wamewahimiza wakazi wa eneo hilo kuunga mkono azma ya kuchaguliwa tena kwa Rais William Ruto, wakisema kupitia kwake eneo hilo litakuwa na fursa murwa ya kuwania urais mwaka 2032.
Wakiongozwa na spika wa bunge la kitaifa, viongozi hao walisema utawala wa Rais William Ruto umeonyesha kujitolea kwake kuleta maendeleo sehemu zote nchini kwa usawa, huku eneo hilo likinufaika pakubwa.
Wakati ya kuita baba wa Roma.
Eneo la Magharibi linaonekana kuchukulia kwa umuhimu uchaguzi mkuu wa mwaka ujao, ambapo viongozi mbalimbali kutoka eneo hilo walionekana kulenga kumrithi Rais William Ruto. Katika hafla ya uwezeshaji huko Likuyani, kaunti ya Kakamega, spika wa bunge la kitaifa Moses Wetangula alihimiza eneo hilo kuunga mkono azma ya kuchaguliwa tena kwa Rais William Ruto kutokana na kile alichokitaja kujitolea kuleta maendeleo kwa usawa.
Ile kazi Rais Ruto amefanya kwa elimu, kwa afya, kwa barabara, kwa ukulima, kwa environment.
Lakini mbali na Wetangula kumpigia debe kiongozi wa taifa, kunayo azma nyingine ya eneo la Magharibi ambayo ni kurithi uongozi, ambapo viongozi wakiongozwa na msaidizi wa Rais Ruto Faruk Kibet walitangaza kwamba kiongozi huyo wa chama cha Ford Kenya anafaa kurithi urais mwaka 2032.
Mimi nawaambia jamii ya Mlembe, jamii ya Magharibi, jamii ya Mkenya mwenye yuko hapa, baada ya utawala ya William Ruto, mimi maombi naomba Mungu na natoa kofia ije hapa Magharibi Kenya.
Kulingana na viongozi hao, kumchagua tena Rais Ruto kutalipatia eneo hilo uhakika wa azma yake ya urais.
Papa wa Roma mnapenda yeye? Hebu nione salamu ya Papa wa Roma. Papa wa Roma, lazima tujipange, sivyo? Jirani ndio rais anapata 2 term na sisi tunajipanga hapa Ingo. Na tunajipanga na Papa wa Roma ndio huyu hapa. Ama vipi?
William Samoei Ruto tumpatie support, na wao pia tuwaambie kifika mwaka wa 2027 tuanze kutembea na huyu Wetangula Kenya mzima tukitafuta kiti ya urais ya 2032.
Katika eneo la Ukambani, baadhi ya wanasiasa wanaoegemea mrengo wa Kenya Kwanza wamedai upinzani unatumia fujo kuibua hisia ili kujipatia umaarufu wa kisiasa. Wakiongozwa na mbunge wa Mwala Vincent Kawaya, viongozi hao walidai kwamba kiongozi wa chama cha DCP Rigathi Gachagua anashirikiana na maafisa fulani wa polisi kuzua rabsha, hivyo kuiharibia serikali sifa.
Askari wanapewa 50,000, anaambiwa wewe tupatia gas kwa kanisa, ukishatupa wewe sisi tunafanya press conference tuseme kasongo kwa sababu they have no agenda.
Huku upinzani ukijiandaa kumkabili Rais Ruto katika uchaguzi mkuu wa mwaka 2027, wanawake huko Talai wamemuhimiza Mama Ngina Kenyatta kuingilia kati na kumshawishi rais wa zamani Uhuru Kenyatta kutimiza kile walichokitaja kuwa makubaliano aliyoafikia na jamii ya Talai. Wanawake hao wamesema rais huyo wa zamani anapaswa kuunga mkono azma ya Rais Ruto ya kuwania hatamu ya pili ya uongozi, wakisema waliafikiana hivyo baada ya kutafuta uungwaji mkono wa wazee wa Talai.
Aweze kumwelekeza chinzi Ruto alimuleta kwa mikono ya elders wa Talai. Akakuwa blessed na akaahidi kwamba anaenda kuunga rais wetu miaka ingine yake 10. Yeye alipata yake 10 kupitia baraka ya wazee wa jamii wa Talai. Na siku ya leo tumerudi kama wamama. Kama mtoto wako aliweza kusahau, tunataka umkumbushe kama mama kwamba sisi tunangoja ile ahadi. Sisi kama wamama tukiahidi hatuwezi rudi nyuma.
Michael Mondiga, Darubini Wikendi.
Mkuu wa utumishi wa umma Felix Koskei amewataka vijana kutumia majukwaa ya ruwaza mwaka 2030 kutoa mwongozo wa taifa hili.
Koskei alisema vijana wanafaa kushinikiza mawazo na sera zinazozingatia maslahi ya vijana ambao idadi yao inaendelea kuongezeka.
Alikuwa akizungumza wakati wa maadhimisho ya mwaka mmoja tangu kuzinduliwa kwa jukwaa la jamii imara mashinani, ambalo ni mpango wa serikali wa kuleta huduma karibu na wananchi.
Kufuatia kuanzishwa kwa mazungumzo ya kitaifa kuhusu baada ya ruwaza ya 2030 na Rais William Ruto, ambayo ni mazungumzo yanayonuia kuhakikisha maoni ya wananchi yanazingatiwa kuhusiana na mwelekeo wa taifa hili, mkuu wa utumishi wa umma Felix Koskei amewataka vijana kumiliki mazungumzo hayo.
The future is theirs. The document will govern how they are going to run the country. The document will also create a trajectory that will enable the future generations to prosper.
Huku akitaka taifa hili kuunga mkono wito wa rais wa mazungumzo ya pamoja, Koskei alisema vijana wana wajibu mkubwa kwenye mazungumzo yajayo na kuwataka kujitokeza kwa wingi.
If they don't participate, it will be a disaster because generally people will not know exactly what they feel and what they want. This national conversation is a conversation that will ensure that their dreams are captured.
Alikuwa ameandamana na katibu wa afya ya umma Mary Muthoni na mwenyekiti wa bodi ya halmashauri ya kitaifa ya barabara kuu Winnie Ngumi, ambaye alisema serikali imejitolea kuendelea kufanya mashauriano na Wakenya wote kote nchini ili kuhakikisha kuna usawa kwenye masuala ya maendeleo.
And by taking public servants closer to the people, listening to their concerns, and also helping communities better understand government programs and interventions.
To meet our citizens and to explain to them and engage them on government projects. Within the road sector, Kenyans are thirsting to learn about what projects are being done.
Huku wito ukitolewa kwa wananchi kushiriki mazungumzo hayo, jukwaa la jamii imara mashinani limesema litaimarisha mashauriano katika ngazi za mashinani, huku taifa hili likiendelea kuandaa mpango wake wa maendeleo siku za usoni.
Jamii Imara has undertaken 22 engagements across 14 counties, reaching communities in different parts of the country and creating opportunities for citizens to raise issues directly with government representatives.
We have engaged wananchi over the last 1 year. We have listened to them. We have heard their concerns, be it in road safety, be it in construction of roads, be it in land acquisition. We have been there and we have participated in Jamii Imara Mashinani throughout this program.
Yusufar Darubini.
Zaidi ya wanafunzi 1159 waliofanya mtihani wa kitaifa wa kidato cha 4 KCSE mwaka uliopita tayari wamekamilisha kuwasilisha maombi ya msaada wa masomo na mikopo kupitia tovuti ya ufadhili wa elimu ya juu, huku hazina ya vyuo vikuu ikianza kutayarisha na kuidhinisha ufadhili wa idadi inayoongezeka ya wanafunzi wanaojiunga na vyuo vikuu.
Maombi 5732 hayajakamilika, huku hazina ya vyuo vikuu ikiwahimiza wanafunzi wanaohusika wakamilishe mchakato huo ili kuwezesha kuthibitishwa na kuidhinishwa kwao.
Hazina hiyo pia ilipokea tena cheti cha kimataifa cha viwango vya ubora cha ISO, huku wito ukitolewa wa kulinda kiwango kinachoongezeka cha takwimu za wanafunzi.
Maelfu ya wanafunzi wanaotumai kuendelea na elimu ya vyuo vikuu watanufaika na ufadhili wa mikopo ya elimu ya juu. Kufikia tarehe 20 mwezi huu, wanafunzi 159,352 waliofanya mitihani wa KCSE mwaka uliopita walikuwa wamekamilisha maombi yao. Maombi 5732 bado hayajakamilika, huku wanafunzi husika wakihimizwa wakamilishe mchakato huo kufikia tarehe 31 mwezi huu ili kufanikisha kuthibitishwa na kuidhinishwa kwao.
We therefore wish to request and encourage the students to complete their applications to allow us to process and take them through our boards of trustees for approval before we implement. Let me take this opportunity to recognize the people behind this achievement.
Hazina ya vyuo vikuu imesema kuwa wanafunzi 270,750 waliopata alama zilizohitajika kwenye mtihani wa KCSE mwaka uliopita walijiunga na vyuo vikuu, mwaka uliopita ikilinganishwa na takriban 62,580 mwaka 2017. Na kwa vile hazina hiyo inasimamia mabilioni ya pesa za ruzuku kwa wanafunzi na kiwango kikubwa cha habari za kibinafsi na kifedha, shirika la ukadiriaji viwango nchini limetoa wito kwa hazina hiyo kuimarisha usalama wa data. Hazina hiyo ilipokea tena cheti cha kimataifa cha viwango vya ubora cha ISO.
This recertification, therefore, provides assurance that the fund remains committed to delivering quality services while maintaining internationally recognized standards of management and governance. And this is what the CEO said, it is trust.
And when we improve our systems, we are not simply improving internal processes. We are improving the prospects of Kenya's next generation.
The Kenya Bureau of Standards will host the 32nd African Organization for Standardization ARSO General Assembly and ARSO Week 2026 under the theme Standards Enabling Intra-Africa Trade under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area AFCFTA. One certificate working for you. Over 60 countries, hundreds of delegates, trade experts and policy makers coming together to advance harmonized standards and unlock seamless trade through the African Organization for Standardization. The chief guest is His Excellency, the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki. Watch this General Assembly live on KBC Channel 1 from 11 a.m. on Wednesday, the 26th of August, 2026. The African Organization for Standardization. One certificate working for you. The bottom-up economic transformation agenda is not just a plan on paper.
Manifesto tulioandika na tukauzia Wakenya na wakatupigia kura, sio gazeti ya kufunga nyama.
It is happening on the ground across Kenya.
Enda subabogi Moriega Jodhurwa untie Mugani Pamjambo.
In agriculture,
Turkana wameamkia mambo ya ukulima sasa.
On our roads,
Rami Black anaingia hapa anagausha hapa, wacha bana.
In health,
all our patients are in SHA 100%.
In housing,
kutoka nyumba za mabati kuleta nyumba kama hii ya ghorofa ni kitu mzuri sana.
In our markets,
umetukumbuka sisi mama mboga, shida zetu umezitatua,
and so much more.
It's a good thing the government inakuja mashinani na this is all what we have been requesting.
This is transformation. This is impact. This is delivering the plan. Every Friday on KBC Channel 1.
Waziri wa usalama wa kitaifa Kipchumba Murkomen amewahakikishia wakazi wa Elgeyo Marakwet kuwa kaunti hiyo bado itapata manufaa yanayopatikana kutokana na kuandaa sherehe za kitaifa za Mashujaa Day licha ya kuandaa sherehe hizo kwa pamoja na kaunti za Nandi na Uasin Gishu.
Akizungumza wakati wa kukagua uwanja wa Kamarini katika kaunti ndogo ya Keyo Kaskazini, Murkomen alisema kaunti hizo tatu zitafaidika na miradi na shughuli zilizopangwa kabla ya sherehe za Mashujaa Day.
Waziri alisema ujenzi wa uwanja wa Kamarini unaotumika kwa shughuli za michezo kabla ya sherehe hizo umekamilika kwa zaidi ya 50%.
Miradi ya barabara, maji na kawi pia inaendelea katika kaunti hizo tatu ikiwa ni sehemu ya maandalizi ya hafla hiyo.
Gishu and Nandi would like to be involved and feel that there is a program that is going on. There is a Mashujaa. So we will have many activities. There will be cultural activities, the competition for music, as we get the best team that is going to represent us in the Mashujaa Day itself. We will have sports activities. We will also have a sports conference in the run-up to the Mashujaa, and that will discuss sporting issues in the country. This will be a national conference that we will have it here again in this region.
Kamarini has been an eyesore, but I want to assure the people of Elgeyo Marakwet that now we are over 50%, and the contractor has promised us that it should be ready. And Waziri also, with the word from the President, has promised us that this will be done. Our biggest issue as Elgeyo Marakwet residents has been the completion of this stadium and infrastructure around our town.
Kenya inatafuta ushirikiano wa kimkakati kuongeza huduma za kidijitali na kukuza wataalamu wa teknolojia humu nchini ili kuifanya nchi hii kuwa kitovu kikuu cha teknolojia ya kidijitali barani Afrika.
Katibu katika idara ya utangazaji Stephen Saboke amesema Kenya inalenga kuhakikisha uwekezaji katika miundombinu ya kidijitali unaosaidia wananchi na wafanya biashara kupata fursa za kujikuza.
Mengi ni katika mseto wa biashara.
Serikali inaimarisha juhudi za kuboresha huduma za kidijitali ikiwemo mpango wa kuweka kilomita 100,000 za nyaya za intaneti nchini ili kuifanya Kenya kuwa kituo cha teknolojia, uvumbuzi na huduma za kidijitali katika ukanda huu. Katibu katika idara ya utangazaji Stephen Saboke amesema mpango wa kitaifa ya kidijitali unaweka msingi bora wa kuongeza upatikanaji wa huduma za intaneti na kujenga uchumi wa kisasa wa kidijitali.
We talk about the 100,000 kilometers of the fiber. This thing is happening. Any of you, wherever you come from, whether in Nairobi, with a country where your parents or grandparents live. So what the government decided to do is to accelerate and ramp up the coverage of the country. We said we'll use the power infrastructure to also run now the fiber.
Wakati huo huo, ipo haja ya biashara ndogo ndogo za zile za kadri kuimarisha namna zinavyoshughulikia masuala ya mazingira, jamii na utawala bora. Benki ya I&M kwa ushirikiano na shirika la UN Global Compact Network Kenya imeanzisha mpango wa kuwafunza wafanya biashara ndogo ndogo kuhusu mazingira, jamii na utawala bora.
We are hoping that by the end of this particular program that we'll have over 50 of our suppliers able to complete ESDDs, which are environmental and social due diligences, on their own. They're able to build their governance structures and have more resilience within their own businesses and to understand how that impacts what we deliver at I&M.
Hatimaye, afisa mkuu mtendaji wa benki ya SBM humu nchini Bate Shah amesema benki hiyo itafungua matawi mapya kwa kuchagua maeneo yenye fursa bora za biashara yanaza biashara.
Our strategy is to make sure that we cover all the economic hubs in Kenya. But when you look at a place like Nanyuki, its cosmopolitan nature, the diversity of businesses from agriculture to SMEs to light manufacturing, it's one area that we are not represented at all, and it aligns very well with our strategy, and this is where we had to be. But for the urban centers, we believe our digital capability, which is increasing by the day, is more than adequate to service those customers in the urban centers.
Sadakta, hujambo popote ulipo na karibu tena sana tuzurure viwanjani. Nikiwa na matumaini kwamba ubuheri wa afya. Karibu, mimi ni @I Lemoka. Timu ya Posta Rangers inayoshiriki ligi kuu ya soka humu nchini ya FKF imepokea ufadhili wa kitita cha shilingi milioni 7 kutoka kwa kampuni ya ubashiri ya Playmaker. Ushirikiano huo unatarajiwa kuimarisha maandalizi ya Rangers kwa msimu wa mwaka 2026-27, huku klabu hiyo ikilenga kuboresha matokeo yake na kuwa miongoni mwa timu shindani katika ligi. Na mtuangazie sasa taarifa kuhusiana na Sekafa, ambapo mabingwa mara 3 wa ligi ya wanawake humu nchini Kenya Police Bullets wamewasili jijini Kigali huko Rwanda wakiwa na dhamira ya kutoa ubingwa wa ukanda huu katika mashindano ya Sekafa ya kufuzu kwa ligi ya wanawake klabu bingwa barani Afrika mwaka huu.
Bullets wamesafiri na kikosi cha wachezaji 26 na maafisa 8 huku wakinuia kutoa tiketi pekee ya ukanda wa Sekafa ya kushiriki kwenye ligi ya klabu bingwa barani Afrika. Kenya Police Bullets imepangwa katika kundi C pamoja na mabingwa wa mwaka 2022 Simba Queens ya Tanzania na Top Girls Academy ya Burundi.
Maandalizi yamekuwa mazuri.
Tumesajili wachezaji wazuri. Ndio tumekuwa na muda kidogo sana ya kufanya maandalizi sababu ya WAFCON, but ila tuna matumaini tutapoenda tarudi kama tuna kitu.
Kikosi hicho kinachofunzwa na kocha David Bujego kitaanza kampeni yake Jumatatu ijayo dhidi ya Simba Queens. Police Bullets inanuia kulipiza kisasi baada ya kukosa ubingwa katika misimu miwili iliyopita.
We are ready. Tuende na turudi na kitu. So tumejadiliana vizuri na nikidhani ndio kitu polisi na miss na ndio tunataka kupambana tukuje nayo.
Mwaka 2024 ilipoteza fainali kwa bao moja kwa bila dhidi ya Commercial Bank ya Ethiopia kabla ya kuondolewa katika nusu fainali mwaka jana na JKT ya Tanzania ambayo baadaye ilitoa taji.
Kampeni ya Kenya katika mashindano ya mwaka huu ya Afrika ya mpira wa wavu wa ufuoni ilifikia kikomo leo baada ya wachezaji wake kuondolewa katika mechi za 16 bora mjini Alexandria, Misri. Hivi ndivyo mambo yalivyokuwa. Katika mashindano ya wanawake, Selina Gambo na Yvonne Wavinya walipoteza kwa seti 2-0 dhidi ya Dina na Imen Yaki wa Morocco katika ufukwe wa Abu Hef. Wa Morocco hao walitawala mchezo na kushinda seti hizo kwa alama 21-9, 21-7. Kwa upande wa wanaume, wachezaji wa Kenya Elfas Makuto na Regan Kipchirchir pia waliondolewa baada ya kupoteza kwa seti 2 bila jibu dhidi ya wachezaji wa Misri Abo El Sud na George kwa alama za 21-15 na 21-12. Mashindano hayo pia ni ya kufuzu kwa michezo ya Olimpiki ya Los Angeles ya mwaka 2028. Harit na Nancy, naambiwa kwamba mimi nifunge. Sina budi ila kusema hewala kwa wote walioshiriki. Kesho pia ni siku muda na wasaa kama wa leo. Kama vipi, mimi ni @I Lemoka na nimetoka.
Naam, ndio kama hivyo. Kama Lemoka ameambiwa atoke, pia sisi ndio tushaambiwa. Kuna haja ya kubaki.
Kuna haja ya kubaki ndio tutakuwa hata na taarifa zaidi.
Ndio haya tumeyakamilisha leo na iliyokuwa muhimu. Mimi naitwa Harith Salim. Asante sana kwa kuwa nasi.
Na mimi naitwa Nancy Onyancha, mtangazaji wetu wa ishara hii leo alikuwa Anne Wangeshi. Tukutane tena wiki ijayo hapa hapa kwenye Darubini Weekend, Mungu akipenda.
What happens when a mother finds her voice, a superfan dances through adversity, and a community steps up to offer real support?
I used to be a very shy girl. I used to be that polite girl. I used to be very innocent and naive. But now Bahati came to my life and everything changed.
This week on Able Differently, we share real-life stories of strength and success while we call out on the bad stereotypes that continue to hold our communities back. Join us this Saturday at 4 p.m. only on KBC Channel 1.
Gaela Tikaya la patrona, Gilda Sambendengesi.
For the men and women of substance, Mambo ni matatu. 1, KBC Channel 1. 2, Saturday. And 3, Rumba. Vile tu amesema rumba, nimeingia ndani ya nyumba, ndani ya kipindi, nikupatie miziki ya rumba, miziki tamu sana. Every Saturday from 10 p.m. to midnight, join me, Simeon Mfumu Kimbangu, the Rumba Supreme Leader, alongside DJ Mato Sibor mwenyewe. Rumba ya PDG ndani ya Bridge over Congo, KBC Channel 1, Toleka.
Kila mtu siku hizi anajua AI.
So I was telling you guys before the break about how someone was saying everyone, AI, the most common used word nowadays is AI. AI sitaki.
If there is a technology that exists now that can do the things you would be paid to do, then it's very much important that you pay attention.
But you pay attention.
Yeah.
AI coming in and the speed at which it's moving, it's making it an equalizer, such that a woman who is at home having 4 kids, running the household, can still fully run a business from her home.
People think AI is hard. People think you need to be technical to use AI. Very wrong, because you have a ChatGPT boyfriend and you're using AI already.
I do have a ChatGPT boyfriend, yes.
So it's not like you've been left by the train, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
We find that ideally, technology is not biased in itself. It's human beings who are biased. So you see, technology is available to everybody, but then it's human beings who decide, and I like to call them gatekeepers.
The good thing about AI is it uses natural language. You can just start talking to it in natural language, even mix Swahili here and there, sharing, and it will understand. So the fact that it has broken that barrier, you don't have to be technical, you can just use natural language.
Alphonse Makoha Makacha.
Yes, teacher.
Wewe. Mimi ni mwalimu.
Ndio mheshimiwa, pole mheshimiwa, pole.
Unashtakiwa ya kwamba mnamo tarehe 23 mwezi uliopita.
Unajuaje? Wewe.
Nyamaza. Katika hili jiji kuu la Nairobi, ulipokea pesa kwa njia udanganyifu kutoka kwa bwana Fox Ranger. Kwa kudai ya kwamba wewe ulikuwa ni tour guide na ungemwezesha kutembea jiji la Nairobi na vitongoji vyake, na ukafanya hivyo, lakini hukutimiza ahadi. Badala kumpeleka kule ulikuwa umesema utampeleka, ulimzungusha mahali moja kisha ukamrudisha. Umekubali mashtaka leo ama bado unakataa?
Bado nakataa mheshimiwa. Bado nakataa.
Una hakika? Kiongozi wa mashtaka leo ule shahidi amefika?
Shahidi amefika na shahidi mwenyewe yuko hapa.
Unaweza kuwaita moja moja?
Tafadhali James Auckland, that is Fox Ranger, ingia. Simu kodi.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Your name?
Mr. Fox Ranger.
Fox Ranger, like the actor?
Yes.
Mheshimiwa.
Ni nini?
Huyu anaweza nini? Anaweza kuja hapa?
Ongea naye akiwa hapo. Wewe kwani akiwa hapo huwezi kuongea naye?
Sitachoka shingo sana.
Ongea tu naye atakusikia.
Sawa. Wewe kaa kimya. Usiniongelee. Sawa. Fox Ranger. Your religion, please. Where are you, a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddha, you know?
I'm a Christian, sir.
You are a Christian. This is what we shall do.
Thank you.
Raise the Bible.
Yes.
Mind your head.
Yes.
Repeat the following words after me. I, Fox Ranger.
Fox Ranger.
I do swear.
I do swear.
That the statement I'm going to give.
That the statement that I'm going to give.
To this honorable Lord.
To this honorable Lord.
Court.
Are
nothing
but
the truth. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So you said you're not a Manchester.
Weka chini.
Fox Ranger.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, sir.
Are you visiting this country or you are from Where are you from?
I'm visiting the country. I was invited by a very good host of mine called Mr.
Okay. So you know that you are a witness here.
Yes, sir.
What exactly happened? Can you please tell the court what exactly happened?
Yes, sir. Well, I was invited by a very good friend called Ondiek. And he said that he would host me so that I could see the beautiful delights of the lovely Nairobi.
How long have you known Ondiek?
Oh, a couple of years.
A couple of years.
Yes, sir.
So he was your host in the country?
Well, yes, he was supposed to be my host, but he was unavailable.
He was unavailable?
Yes, sir.
So what did you do?
Well, I needed to get transportation so I could see the beautiful delights of Nairobi. So I took a walk into the city centre, I took a nice stroll, and I saw a transport tour guide.
You met someone while you were walking?
I did, sir.
Are you the one who approached him or he approached you?
I approached the gentleman, sir.
Then what happened?
We agreed that he could provide me with a beautiful open-top transportation whereby I could see all the...
Are you the one who was telling him what you wanted, or he was the one telling you what he
I told him what I wanted.
Yes.
I wanted transportation to see the delights of Nairobi and Mombasa.
And you wanted to go to Mombasa?
Yes, sir.
Then what did he say? Tell you?
He told me he could provide me with a beautiful air-conditioned transportation for $50.
$50?
Yes, sir.
Then what transpired after that?
He turned up with a handcart.
He turned up with a handicap?
A pushcart. Yes.
Mkokoteni. It's called mkokoteni.
One of those, yes. A mkokoteni, yes.
So when you saw the mkokoteni, were you comfortable with it?
Well, it had a seat and it had an umbrella, and I thought, well, air-conditioned, we're good to go.
And what did he tell you was to take you with this mkokoteni?
He was going to take me to see the River Nile.
He told you to take you to River Nile?
The River Nile in Nairobi and the National Park.
In River Nile in Kenya?
Yes.
Okay. And where else was he to take you?
The National Park.
The National Park?
Yes, sir.
So after you boarded the mkokoteni?
Yes, and I felt very comfortable with it because I was going to see the beautiful sights.
He provided you with some refreshment?
Oh, yes.
What?
He gave me Uji Power.
Uji Power. Now, when you started your journey, did you reach your destination? Did you see the River Nile and the National Park?
Not exactly.
Where did he take you to?
The Nairobi River.
He took you to Nairobi River?
Yes.
And where else? And when you reached Nairobi River, he was saying, where is that?
Well, I asked him where the River Nile was, and he said, it's here. And I said, this is
Nairobi River Nile. And then another place?
Gikomba
Market. Gikomba Market, and this was the National Park?
Yes, that was the National Park, yes.
And when you were in Gikomba Market, did you see the National Park? Were you convinced that was the National Park?
No, I knew it wasn't the National Park.
So what did you do after seeing that everything that you wanted was not what he was offering?
Well, I was very disappointed. My experience was let down, so I decided to confront the gentleman and demand a refund.
Did he refund you back your money?
No, he asked me various questions that did I see what I wanted to see, and he tried to convince me, and I said, that's not good enough, I want my money back, and we ended up having a fight.
You had a fight. At the end of it all, what transpired or what happened?
I never got my money back.
Can you be able to identify or spot this guy in this court?
He's right there.
Yeah, tumheshimiwa ameweza kumtambua.
Wewe mwenye kulia wao unasoma kwa shahidi?
Yes.
Uliza.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Your Honor, I'm taking this opportunity to talk deeper English, Mheshimiwa.
Sasa deeper English ni gani?
We are going deeper. If you don't understand English, you can walk out so that we can talk with Ranger. Are we together?
Ongea naye.
Thank you very much. My learned friend Ranger, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
How do you do?
I'm doing very good, sir.
Where do you come from?
I come from England.
Do I look like a tourist?
I am a tourist, sir.
No, I'm asking you, me. Do I look like I'm a tourist?
No.
Thank you very much. Why did you come and tell me to peleka you in
Tupeleka you ni kusema nini?
Mheshimiwa, hii Kisungu ni naingia ndani kabisa mheshimiwa. Ndio nimesema kama mtaelewa mtoke nje mheshimiwa.
Nataka ufafanue peleka you. Do you understand the word?
I understand. Yes, he's understanding.
I'm not talking to you. Do you understand peleka you?
No.
Uliza swali ambayo itaeleweka.
Shut up. Now I'm asking you. Did you get Uji power?
I did have Uji power.
Very good. It was good or bad?
Yeah.
Well, yes, very good. Did I take you to Nairobi River?
Yes.
Yes, thank you very much. And why in the form did you write NVN? Is that was Nairobi, isn't it? Isn't it?
Nairobi.
Kwa karatasi aliandika NVN. Hiyo inamaanisha nini mheshimiwa? Nairobi na hii Rifa ile alikuwa anasema nimpeleke mheshimiwa.
Ndio
Nairobi Rifa mheshimiwa, ndio nilimpeleka mheshimiwa, alikuwa anataka hiyo.
Nita sikuelewa.
Did I carry you with a good mkokoteni?
Yes, it was a good.
Yes. How was the weather?
Beautiful, very sunny.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can do this. Do like that. Thank you very much. You see now, very nice. Did I con you any money?
Well, I didn't see the River Nile, and I wanted to see the River Nile.
It's you wrote in the paper, NVN, isn't it? Not me. Yes. Na mimi nikatimiza hiyo maneno, si nilitimiza?
Well, what about the national park? I want to see the out of Africa experience, the big five.
Do I look like a tour guide?
Tena umegeuka.
Anamuuliza mheshimiwa, sitekeuka mheshimiwa.
Si unamuza tena kwa ukali atitwae luka kali. Na si ulimwambia wewe ni tour guide.
Lakini sikumwambia hakuniambia anaenda kuona nini lion, elephant, hakusema hizo.
Na hizo ndio alikuwa akitaka kuona. You wanted to see a lion, elephant.
I wanted to see the big five.
Did I show you? Okay, no problem. Did I show you nini a frog? Si nilikuonesha chura. Si ndio?
The frog?
Yes.
Was on the side of the road.
What about fish? Did you see fish?
Well, I know that they were in the river, but I didn't.
Thank you very much. Walk out, please. Don't come in the corners, please. Please, I beg you, okay? Thank you. I don't have your money. I don't know about your money. I deal with Kenyan shillings, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
But you also told me
yes,
that because you were going to do me a favor because fuel was so high, you would take the shortest route.
What? Come again?
You told me.
Amesema ulimwambia utampitishia njia fupi ndio mfike kule mnaenda.
Njia fupi gani? Which side? Which side?
You told me that was the deal because the fuel was so high.
Yeah.
You promised to do me a favor.
Yeah.
And take me on the shortest route.
Did you see Kikomba?
No.
No, you have said already. You told the judge you saw Kikomba.
That's enough. Aya. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time. Yes, thank you very much.
Kikomba ulikuwa unampeleka alikwambia nataka kwenda Kikomba.
Sasa si alikuwa anataka kuona Nairobi vile iko mheshimiwa.
Tuna shahidi mwingine?
Ndio mheshimiwa, askari.
Arise and shine, for indeed your light has come. Each and every Saturday here on Angaza Live, we create a space where faith meets real life.
We bring you guests with powerful and inspiring stories, from gospel ministers to performing artists.
We get to tackle conversations that matter with biblical truth, practical wisdom, and reignite your hope.
I personally make sure you get a dose of the very best of gospel music from East Africa and across the world.
I am your host, Kush Tracy.
And my name is DJ Raf, captain of the Chicka Chicka ones and twos.
Join us each and every Saturday
from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m.
This is Angaza Live.
We are the Davons, and then one of the service, and we sat next to each other.
Hivi ulikuwa umemnotice venye mulikanisha?
No. We wacha. Anasemanga I ghosted him for like 3 months or so.
This time I find a wife. I'm not letting her.
For me, also he wasn't among the people I would date typically.
We planned the first engagement, it fails.
Like he's very romantic. The first time they came in kwa introduction, walikasirikiana. Our wedding was so beautiful. My dress.
So haujai kuwa na challenge yake akiweka ma socks sijui wapi?
Never.
Nikianza kukuja nguo lazima ati.
We're expectant this year.
Mimi Bangili Alibaru wako anaaba ya kwamba maneno lemi atasema ndani kote ni ukweli mtupu.
Eleza kama unachofahamu kuhusiana na Kisii.
We are going around the globe. Sisi anaona, we see a white man, white tall man.
Yes.
And a black short man.
Black short man.
And a mukukuteni. And umbrella.
The short man is
nywele mrefu. And then they were saying, you give me my money. Alafu ingine anasema, I don't have your money. Mwingine anamwambia, you gotta give me my money. Mwingine anamwambia, I don't have your money.
As police, what exactly was the problem?
Hiyo ndo walikuwa wanabishania tu. Alafu sisi akafikiri hii ni watu ya TikTok. Sisi wanabita tu.
So what did you do as a policeman?
So now because we thought it was TikTok, how doing TikTok filming, so we mind our own business. But when going, we see now they are anamshika mashati. Now the short man anajaribu kuruka juu ashike hii mtu mrefu hapa. So unajua yeye
there was a struggle.
Sisi akaona this is serious.
So you went there
and approached them and introduced ourselves and wanted to know what is happening.
So what did you find out?
This short man, the Kenyan guy, he had lied to the Musungu man that he is a tour guide.
Yes.
And he can take him around Nairobi. He can take him to National Park. He can take him to Nile River.
Nile River?
Yes.
Did it shock you that Nile River is not in Kenya?
Hiyo siku hata ndo nilijua Nile River yuko huko.
You also know that Nile River is in Kenya? You also know Nile River is in Kenya?
I knew when they write N, they mean Nairobi River.
Okay. So after that, what transpired? What happened after that?
We went deeper. We wanted to know what the problem is. He had paid $50 to be taken to wherever.
That's the Mzungu guy had paid the man.
Yes. But he was taken to, he said, Ukomba and Nairobi River.
Nairobi River.
Yeah, that is why the argument was happening.
Okay. And so what did you guys do?
We had to take them both to the police station. Wakaandika statement. Alafu sisi akafungulia hii mtu mashtaka.
Statement.
Yes, statement. Unaona imesainiwa na Fox Range.
Now, can at the end of it all, there's somebody who was arrested.
Yes.
Who was arrested and why?
Makacha Makoa.
Why was he arrested?
Because he obtained money through false pretense.
Okay, thank you. She has been able to identify the man.
Mshtakiwa na swali kwa shahidi.
Yes, I have some questions. Did I drive you in Nairobi River?
Abana,
no way. Did I carry you in Mokokoteni?
No
way. Did I tour you?
Tour me?
No. Hey. Am I a tourist?
Abana, you're not.
Thank you very much. So why are you coming to tell the court lies?
Are they lies?
Yes.
You are the one who told lies that you are a tour guide. That you have a tour guide.
Shut up, I'm talking. I'm talking.
Wait.
Silence, I'm talking. Did I con you any money?
No, Abana.
Thank you very much. Can you walk out, please?
Arda?
Oh, yes. There is nothing. I think nothing we can compensate here. Nothing at all.
Compensate what?
I don't understand.
Kuna shahidi mwingine?
It's okay.
Mwingine mheshimiwa, bwana Ondiek. Bwana Ondiek.
Unaniletea watu wanaenda kwa Kizungu.
Sasa wewe kizungu chako hicho ndio kizungu.
Sasa yangu is very
inafika mahali inapotea.
Heshimu koti.
Ni mambo kidogo tu.
Tunatoa kofia. Toa kofia.
Hii si kofia ni top.
Wewe na wewe ni tour guide ama ni tourist?
Ala, mheshimiwa.
Sababu hiyo ni top.
Mheshimiwa, nafikiri ni nini alikuwa anaficha. Nipatie ile majina iko kwa kitambulisho.
Ile iko kwa kitambulisho ni Gideon Ondieki Nyugakota, na unaweza ongeza hapo Obama ni Gidi.
Ile iko kitambulisho ni
Gideon Ondieki Nyugakota.
Asante, wachia hapo.
Yes, niwachia hapo.
Gideon Ondieki Nyugakota.
Ndio.
Gideon Ondieki Nyugakota, wewe ni watu gani?
Ati?
Nyugakota wewe.
Si nimekuambia sina sahi hakuna.
Hakuna.
Sahi ama chali na
utainua mkono yako, utainua mkono wako ya kulia. Rutia maneno nyuma yangu. Mimi Gideon Ondieki Nyugakota.
Mimi Gideon Ondieki Nyugakota.
Na hapa ya kwamba. Maneno nitakayosema mbele ya hii koti.
Maneno ambayo tutasema mbele ya hii koti.
Ni ukweli.
Ni ukweli.
Ukweli mtupu.
Ukweli mtupu.
Asante sana, weka chini sasa. Umechaza mapete kweli kila mahali.
Bwana Gideon Ondieki
Nyugakota.
Ondieki Nyugakota?
Yes, Gideon Ondieki Nyugakota.
Unafanya kazi gani na unaishi wapi?
Mimi ni mwanabiashara mazuri. Naishi pande ya Kileleswa.
Tueleze unachofahamu kuhusiana na kesi.
Yes, in fact kuhusu hii case, actually niko na rafiki yangu kutoka UK, United Kingdom. Alikuwa anakuja kutembelea mimi, anaitwa Fox Ranger.
Yes.
And I'd actually put down some plans for him, but he came a day earlier. And as you know, I'm a very busy man.
Sawa.
So nikamwambia yeye sababu ya jet lag, wewe fanya namna hii, tulia kwanza.
Ya nini?
Jet lag. Yes, nikamwambia wewe tulia kwanza leo. Kesho ndio nianze kutembeza wewe. Sasa hiki mambo ingine. Hiyo tunasikia Fox Ranger akaamua kutoka. Sijui aliona amekuwa ranger mwenyewe. Akajitokeza barabara
kwenda wapi?
Si anaanza kutembea Kanairo. Sasa Kanairo si lazima utakutana na vijana ya Kanairo.
Nini ilifanyika?
Anakutana na jamati anataka tour guide. Ile tour guide anachukua ni jamaa ingine nilikutana na police station anaitwa Makoa.
Alimfanyia nini?
Huyu jamati ni tour guide. Na tai yenyewe ni kama ulimi ya ng'ombe.
Wewe mwenyewe uliweza kujua haya yote vipi?
Nilijua hii maneno niliposikia na nipigia simu.
Na kupigia simu?
Si Fox Ranger. Ananiambia kwa police station. Nikauliza kwani umekamatwa? Akaniambia pana kuna mtu amekoni mimi. So when I went, sino nikapata ule mwenye kumkoni ndio huyo.
Ni yeye tu mheshimiwa ameweza kumtambua.
Wewe mshtakiwa una swali kwa shahidi?
Ndio mheshimiwa.
Uliza.
Wewe ulikuwa unajua namna gani mambo ya nini Rangers? Ulikuwa unajua namna gani? Fox Ranger is my good friend from United Kingdom. He had come to visit me here in Kenya. Na ile kitu ilifanya mbaya ni kudanganya mgeni.
Uliza maswali mazuri yatakusaidia.
Na kuuliza namna hivi, ni wewe ndio nilipeleka hiyo nini tour? Ni wewe nilikupeleka? Hata siwezi kuchukua kama tour guide. Very good. Ni wewe nilikoni pesa? Ulikoni Fox Ranger?
Sawa. Tuna shahidi mwingine?
Mheshimiwa, mashtaka mmoja shahidi wake, unangoja uamuzi wa koti. Sasa wakati wako.
Mshtakiwa. Imefikia wakati wako kujitetea. Karani wa koti.
Ndio mheshimiwa.
Ongea na mshtakiwa.
Mshtakiwa. Makoa. Na uliwezaje?
Nimekwambia umuulize maswali sio kwenda kumuuliza aliwezaje.
Mshtakiwa. Imefikia wakati wa kujitetea. Jinsi ya kwanza, ukiwa hapa ulipo, ujue hautaapishwa wala kuulizwa maswali na koti au pia kiongozi wa mashtaka. Utajitetea na ukiwa na shahidi, unaweza muita ama unaweza waita. Jinsi ya pili, ukiwa hapa
sasa
ulipo,
shida yako ni nini?
Nimeona kuelewa yake iko chini kidogo.
Haya, endelea.
Ukiwa hapa ulipo, ujue utaapishwa na kuulizwa maswali na koti. Pia kiongozi wa mashtaka. Utajitetea na ukiwa na shahidi unaweza muita ama unaweza waita. Jinsi ya tatu.
Tutashinda hapo mheshimiwa.
Nashangaa hata mimi.
Ukiwa hapa ulipo, unaweza amua kunyamaza kimya.
Ndio.
Nyamaza kimya?
Ndio.
Nyamaza kimya. Unaweza amua kunyamaza kimya, ungoje uamuzi wa mahakama. Mshtakiwa. Achitewe ukiwa wapi?
Si hapa tu.
Uko na shahidi?
Sina.
Hawezi kuwa na
Nikisaki.
Mshtakiwa, nifahamishe majina yako kamili.
Hulita wanaga Alphonse Makacha Totumakoa.
Hiyo ni nini?
Kwa China wananiita Alphonse Makacha Totumakoa. Mimi ni shemeji ya Manyanga Mtumba mheshimiwa.
Manyanga Mtumba?
Manyanga Mtumba. Anaishi Machakos mheshimiwa.
Na unafanya kazi gani?
Mimi kwa kazi ile nafanya kazi ya mkokoteni mheshimiwa.
Wewe ni mtu wa kupeleka mkokoteni?
Ndio mheshimiwa. Lakini mkokoteni ambaye iko modify mheshimiwa.
Na unafanya kazi gani? Kwa ujenzi wa taifa?
Collecting cabbage. Collecting cabbage.
Hizi cabbage chakula mboga?
Cabbage sasa matakataka mheshimiwa.
Garbage.
Ndio mheshimiwa.
Ni garbage, hapana cabbage. Garbage. Hebu endelea kujitetea.
Ndio mheshimiwa. Sasa hiyo siku mheshimiwa, mimi nilikaa niko pande ya town mheshimiwa. Nikasikia mtu anakuja na nikusakusa kwa mapeka mheshimiwa. Tuangalia naona ni msungu ya kuuza mheshimiwa. Ananiambia, kana naweza panda kwa hii gari yako unipeleke mimi
Ulikuwa na gari?
Kwa hiyo mkokoteni mheshimiwa. Unajua wasungu na futi wangu na futi kitoko mheshimiwa. Kwa sababu aliona ni maridadi mheshimiwa.
Endelea.
Nikamwambia, yes, hakuna no problem. You can just jump on top of that nini and then I can tour you mheshimiwa. Mimi ni nani nikatae mheshimiwa? Akaniambia, I will pay you some dollars. Dollars nani alishaona na macho na mnaifi hakuna mheshimiwa. But hiyo siku nasikianga tu dollars mheshimiwa.
Hujaona dollars?
Sijawahi ona dollars mheshimiwa. Mimi na yeye mheshimiwa akaniambia nimpeleke aende aone Nairobi River mheshimiwa. Mimi si mbaya nikampeleka mpaka Nairobi River, akaenda akakunywa mpaka ujipawa mheshimiwa. Ningekataa mheshimiwa hata kama ndio upewe pesa na mnayo ukatae dollars mheshimiwa.
Endelea.
Mheshimiwa. Na ndio kidogo nikasikia mapolisi wamekuja wakafanya nini? Wakanishika mheshimiwa. Ati ninapika huyo msungu mheshimiwa, na mimi sikumpika huo msungu mheshimiwa hata kitoko. Na ni hayo tu, unisamee niko na watoto mheshimiwa.
Sawa. Kiongozi wa mashtaka, una jambo la kusema?
Kulingana na ushahidi ambao umetolewa na jinsi alivyojitetea mheshimiwa, upande wake unaonekana ni mtu ambaye anajaribu kutumia njia ya mkato. Na mheshimiwa, mimi ningeomba koti kwa kuwa kile ambaye alifanya
njia ya mkate.
Nyamaza. Njia ya mkato.
Njia ya mkato.
Kwa maana kitu ambacho alifanya ni aibu katika nchi yetu mheshimiwa. Koti mchukulia tu kazi ya kisheria ili ifunze kwa wale wote ambao wanatenda mbaya kama hizi. Tu mheshimiwa.
Mshtakiwa, sheria ile kushtaki iko katika kifungu cha 63 sehemu ya 313 ambazo ni sheria za nchi hii. Unatakiwa ufahamu ya kwamba ni hatia kwa mtu yoyote ule kupokea pesa kwa njia ya udanganyifu. Tena kwa mtu mgeni kutoka nchi ya nje ng'ambo huko, ametoka mbali, anakuja hapa kuna wanyama, maana hapa si tuna wanyama, wale wao hawana. Na ametaka kuona hizo, alikuwa amekwambia wewe badala hata afadhali ungetafuta pesa ukomboe gari. Si vibaya kumbeba na mkokoteni kama yeye mwenyewe aliridhika na hiyo mkokoteni. Lakini sasa zile vitu alitarajia kuona hakuziona. Unaona hiyo ni makosa.
Mpaka chura zilikuwa hapo ndani mzima aliona.
Sawa, hata kama ulimuonesha gani. Lakini ni vizuri kuweka ahadi. Ungempeleka, hata ungetafuta mtu msikizane akomboe hilo gari lake na wewe upate kitu kidogo, apelekwe mbuga za wanyama, manake hapa tuna mbuga za wanyama. Aone hao wanyama alikuwa akitaka kuona.
Tunakuanga nazo.
Wewe na wewe. Sasa wewe unaenda kuharibu jina la nchi hapa, tunapeleka mtu unampeleka Nairobi River. Kuharibu zaidi unampeleka Kikomba. Si vibaya kuona Kikomba, manake kuna soko yetu ile pale watu wanauza, wachuuzi wako hapo. Lakini ungempeleka kulingana na matakwa yake. Sasa wewe unakula pesa, unatia mfukoni, alafu unarudi unampeleka sijui wapi. Koti hii
ndio mamangu. Sina
sema za sauti nisikie.
Nasema tu unione tu huruma, ni kutafuta hali ya kutafuta.
Hali ya kutafuta kukoni watu?
Hapana.
Mzee, koti imekuachilia.
Wow.
Pole, usiende haraka. Ukirudia tena hiyo tabia, sitakuhurumia. Leo nimekuhurumia kwa sababu ya hao watoto wako. Umesikia? Ukirudia nifanye nini?
Ndio mheshimiwa.
Ukirudia nifanye nini?
Unifunge mpaka kucha.
Toka, ukaoshe huko.
Kama singejua ningewachiliwa.
Every emergency begins with a single call.
Morning, St. John Ambulance Control.
In a matter of seconds, that call can mean the difference between life and death. Behind every response is a dedicated team of dispatchers, paramedics, and nurses working tirelessly against the clock to ensure help reaches those in need before it is too late.
Less than 10 minutes, we should be already at the scene. Within another 30 minutes, we should have assessed the patient and maybe even administered the necessary treatment. And then within that 1 hour, we should be placing our patient at the nearest hospital facility.
Join us this week as we focus on emergency preparedness and response, only on Health and Lifestyle.
Kila mtu siku hizi anajua AI. So I was telling you guys before the break about how someone was saying everyone, the most common used word nowadays is AI. AI sitaki.
If there is a technology that exists now that can do the things you would be paid to do, then it's very much important that you pay attention.
That you pay attention.
Yeah.
AI coming in and the speed at which it's moving, it's making it an equalizer, such that a woman who is at home having 4 kids, running the household, can still fully run a business from her home.
People think AI is hard. People think you need to be technical to use AI. Very wrong, because you have a ChatGPT boyfriend and you're using AI already.
I do have a ChatGPT boyfriend, yes.
So it's not like you've been left by the train, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
We find that ideally, technology is not biased in itself. It's human beings who are biased. So you see, technology is available to everybody, but then it's human beings who decide, and I like to call them gatekeepers.
The good thing about AI is it uses natural language. You can just start talking to it in natural language, even mix Swahili here and there, sharing, and it will understand. So the fact that it has broken that barrier, you don't have to be technical, you can just use natural language.
Kajiado Entasuba. Ni habari njema kwa wakazi wa Kajiado. Burdan tunayo. Nosim FM sasa inavuma kupitia masafa yetu mapya ya 105.7.
Kitabautwa County Olkejuado.
Pata uhondo na burdan kemkem kwa lugha unayoienzi ya Kimaa. Ukiwa na Manga, Rongai, Mashuru, Kitengela, Ilbisil, Kiserian, Ngong au hata Isinya, stesheni ya Nosim FM inakupakulia mambo yote kupitia 105.7. Ni mwamko mpya na Nosim FM 105.7 Kajiado County.
Nosim FM Osimlino.
When it comes to fashion, you already know that Africans don't follow trends. We start them. I'm at Nairobi Fashion Week to explore just that, how style, spirit, and sustainability meet right here on the runway. Before we go into this runway and explore how, once again, storytelling and culture are consistently beautifully represented here, I want to show you what else is coming up on the show. We see how Nikki Coleman takes playful photos in nature with squirrels and turns them into masterpieces that bring everyone joy. South African singer-songwriter Simpiwe Dana shaped a generation, and now we see how music reshaped her. And in Kenya, one visionary is turning an unexpected material into the next big design. I'm Wanjira Longhour, and you're watching Afrimax. Where spirit becomes survival, a young endurance rider in Lesotho takes on a mountain that refuses to be tamed.
He broke his wrist conquering the world's toughest race. Does Sichaba Chibeli still have what it takes to conquer the mountain? The Roof of Africa is a 350-kilometer vertical graveyard for bikes and bodies. It's the world's riskiest ride. But for Sichaba Chibeli, the mountain is personal. It's where he lost a year to a shattered wrist and where he carries the memory of a father who never saw him finish.
As I'm about to start my race, I feel a lot better today. The thought of knowing I'm about to finish the whole 3 days, you know. Yeah, I'm feeling strong, I'm feeling great, and I want to bring the win back home.
Can Lesotho's top off-road racer overcome injury and make history at the Roof of Africa? 25-year-old Sichaba Chibeli, racing name Sheshmoto 300, is the first Masutu to finish the final day of the Roof of Africa in the silver class.
Third place goes to Sichaba Chibeli.
In 2023, a crash left him with a broken wrist, sidelining him for a year. Now he's training for a comeback in the 2025 Roof of Africa, facing the Maluti Mountains and world-class competitors.
I had to do a lot of procedures, you know. Took physio as a first step on my wrist to heal, and just telling myself that I can do this, I can do better.
Hard enduro is a sport of extreme wealth. While international giants have mobile workshops and support stations, Sichaba relies on a crew of volunteers and his own mechanical skill. On this terrain, a mechanical failure isn't just delay, it's the end of a dream. This competition is the mother of all hard enduros, spanning up to 350 kilometers and climbing over 3,000 meters.
My strategy for this year's race is to ride hard in the mornings before everyone get in form, you know. Hit them hard in the morning and relax during the day. Hit them hard in the afternoon on our way back to the finish.
But can a recovering rider with no factory backing survive a top 10 hunt against the world's elite?
My fitness level is low now, so I needed some tips from other good guys, you know.
Most riders are international, but Sechaba fights for Basuto pride against financial and physical odds. Motorsport is exclusive, but Sechaba's journey inspires a new generation.
The impact in local riders or young Basuto riders is, they must get inspired. They need to keep on seeing him. A lot of them know where he started. He wasn't always a good rider like he is now. But I mean, you got to start somewhere. You got to start right at the bottom, work your way up. And hopefully, look, there's been a lot of up and downs, with Chaba. There's been a lot of, unfortunate issues where he broke his shoulder, this, that, and the other. In the process, he lost his dad. So at one stage, he actually was giving up, but, resilient.
Real impact is seen in the eyes of the youth. What does it mean for the next generation to see one of their own leading the pack?
I love that it's a sport which obviously is dominated by people who come from outside of the country. I love the fact that the locals are actually partaking in the sport. So I think it really makes me feel good knowing that there are people and their kids who aspire to ride bikes and do the roof.
I'm rooting for Sechaba Chabedi, which is one of the few local people here. And I've just watched his performance and I'm really rooting for him and I'm hoping to see him win.
The Roof of Africa brings millions to Lesotho, filling hotels and creating jobs. Sechaba's comeback is more than personal. It's a symbol of hope for disadvantaged youth and a boost for national pride.
Motorsport is growing now in Lesotho. In the Roof, we have more numbers of riders. Like in South Africa, we have young riders rising there. It's a privilege, representing my country and riding in my own tab, the Roof is our home race, so being part of it and having to perform is good. Honestly, I'm more than excited to be riding here.
With limited resources, the final day was excruciating.
Today was really tough, It was really, really tough. In the morning was flowing, the track was flowing, but the second loop was very hard and long.
But Sechaba didn't just survive, he shattered expectations. Top Basuto, 9th racer overall in the bronze category. A victory for resilience, representation, and the kingdom in the sky.
Nairobi Fashion Week brings together Nairobi's creative, most boldest of minds. Here with Brian Kahandas, who is the founder and CEO of Nairobi Fashion Week. Brian, what makes this Nairobi Fashion Week feel different, not just in style, but also in intention?
Well, one, of course, is we've been trying to really build a community around fashion. We're having very conversations all through.
This year's theme being decarbonized. Why do you feel like that was particularly appropriate for Nairobi Fashion Week 2026?
Well, fashion is actually second to oil. It's actually the second largest global emitters of carbon credit. And Nigeria is the largest importer of textile second-hand cloth. And if you look at what we import, a lot of it is polyester and synthetic fabric. And as the world is really trying to grapple on issues with climate change, and the global south is talking about getting support from the global north on managing the effects of climate.
Last but certainly not least, in what ways do you think, when it comes to the fashion industry worldwide, are African fashion designers doing things differently?
I mean, if you've seen the Oscars, the Grammys, we have a way of playing around with colors, just like your beautiful house. I think you can go anywhere outside Africa and get something beautiful done like it's...
This vibrance, right?
It was done by an African. Creativity, we are on levels.
He waits for hours for a single fleeting moment. Nikki Coleman takes pictures of squirrels. So how have these furry, cute little creatures changed his life?
His nickname is the Squirrel Man. And that's because Nikki Coleman loves to take pictures of these adorable and agile tree-dwelling animals.
They have great instincts. They are smart, they are clever, they don't give up easily. They are persistent, and they can do things like we humans can. We can pick things up, we can push things, we can carry things.
But behind the cheerful photos lies a deeper story, one of resilience and a long journey out of trauma. This Rwandan-born photographer is more than just a squirrel fan. He brings smiles to faces around the world.
Simple comments like, I'm glad that you're taking these pictures, you make me smile, you make my day great. And this is what I need to see today. Yeah, let people forget all the bad things in life.
Through his lens, he's found a way to heal from a dark past. Nicky was born in 1986. His mother died shortly after his birth and his father a few years later. At just 4 years old, he fled the civil war in Rwanda with his sister and was adopted in Europe.
Growing up in Belgium was very difficult. You always had the idea that you didn't belong here because of my color skin, and it was very hard to adapt.
Being in the forest, waiting for the right moment to portray his lively squirrels is what helps Nicky stay mentally healthy despite his difficult past. His photos are often quirky. Today, he wants to make a children's doll marry a squirrel.
Say cheese, Chapin. Squirrels helped me deal with my trauma. I had never seen or encountered a squirrel 8 years ago, and when I first saw one, I immediately forgot all the things that happened around me.
He now spends 3 to 4 days a week in the woods, just a few kilometers from his home in Henk, eastern Belgium. At home, he edits his pictures, but only ever so slightly. His natural touch has paid off. He's been named a winner of both the National Geographic Photography Contest and the European Photography Awards.
It was great. It's like being recognized for the things that you're doing.
Despite the acclaim, Nicky can't make a living from his art, so the Squirrel Man works in a car factory.
If there's money involved, you will have stress. It's that simple.
His girlfriend Ina has been there from the start. They've been together for over 13 years.
When we're walking and people were talking like, it's that the Squirrel Man. So, and then he's like, come, walk further. He is also always with his feet on the ground.
Staying quiet, keeping calm, waiting for the right moment, just like his squirrels. That's how Nicky Colmont found his peace, and in doing so, he helps others find a little joy too.
Joining me now is Emanong Joy, a human rights defender who is marrying storytelling and fashion so that she can go ahead and fight for social justice across Africa. Tell me, what is it about fashion and about Nairobi Fashion Week that excites you?
Fashion is inherently political, and as a human rights defender and activist, I use my fashion as a way of expressing myself and fighting for change, fighting for justice. And it can be little things just like re-wearing your outfits, thrifting your outfits, upcycling your clothes that can do so much for things like climate change.
How have you decarbonized your outfit, assuming you did design your own thing?
I think just by recycling more, instead of always using new material, like always just find a way to use the same material for different things so that you're sustainable.
Okay, and we really need to understand exactly what carbonization is and how we are going to match it to fashion. Yeah. This is also
because most of the time you can find maybe somebody that doesn't understand the desk here that of the fashion week, they don't know the thing and all that. So I think that is where the disparity is from.
But y'all want to support our designers.
For 2 decades, Simpiwe Dana's hits have been telling South Africa's stories. Now we go beyond the music to find out about the journey that shaped them.
Mesmerizing and hauntingly soulful. Few artists have shaped the sound and spirit of a generation quite like her. How has South African singer-songwriter Simphiwe Dana held the rare space of cultural and music icon for 20 years?
I get a lot of people that come to me and say, your music saved my life. My music is not entertainment, is for healing. And a lot of people love it as a result of that.
It's been 2 decades since Simphiwe Dana first graced our airwaves with her debut album. Singing in her mother tongue, isiXhosa, her songs are soundtracks to struggle, identity, healing, and much more.
Themes will range from Black consciousness and why we needed it in 1994, which the song Madribeko Street alludes to.
Her critically acclaimed 2006 album, The One Love Movement on Bantu Biko Street, reflects on the ideals of apartheid activist Steve Biko. But even with her numerous award wins and global recognition, it's been an incredibly tough journey.
There have been many times when I've wanted to give up. It can be an unforgiving space, our industry. It's got lots of challenges, and we could do with more support. And when I say support, I don't mean, aid. I mean, play our music so we can earn royalties. Why are you so besotted with American music? Artists, influential artists are dying poor, like Muslim Shongo. Why? Because we refuse to play our own music so that artists can get royalties. And some of us know why this happened. Right? It was a concerted effort by the apartheid government to make sure that we do not have a sound that connects us to our roots. And that's how come they introduced en masse American music. So for me, that's one of the biggest challenges we face. And I believe that if we could just fix that, we'll be fine.
Now, at 45, Simphiwe's music has not only brought solace to others, but to herself.
My work, firstly, has empowered me. I come from a poor background, to put it lightly. I grew up having to go to school with no shoes. I didn't have a voice before. Music has given me a voice. I was suddenly somebody, I grew up extremely shy. I think because of my poor background. And that is why I think I treat music with such reverence.
As a sangoma, or spiritual healer, Simphiwe's home studio is her sacred space. All who wish to enter must remove their shoes as a sign of respect to the ancestors.
This is my studio. It also doubles as my ndumba. And ndumba is basically a spiritual healer's space. I mainly use it to communicate and commune with my ancestors.
By speaking and singing openly about her mother's passing during the COVID-19 pandemic, Simphiwe has shown that struggle belongs on every stage.
It was a dark time. It was a very dark time. I lost so much weight. You can see I'm small already. As my way of grieving, I did Moya, the project Moya, the one that's over there.
Moya, meaning air or breath, is the title of Simphiwe's acclaimed music and dance production. It was, essentially, a call for people to heal.
My mom was a great singer herself. I still get told till this day, but we don't care how beautiful you sing, how beautiful you are. You will never be as beautiful or sing as beautifully as your mom. So had it been today, Umama could have been a huge superstar. Music has given me this beautiful home that I have. Zandisile, like the album, was named after my child, Uzaz. And it's one of the biggest songs of my entire career, right? Music has opened so many doors that had remained closed to me. So I owe music my entire life, basically.
Renowned South African composer and music director Billy Monama recently held the Rebirth of Ubuntu concert featuring local artists in soulful song, celebrating heritage and reminiscing on the path to freedom. As one of the main acts, Simpiwe Dana's voice is still rising and still relevant. While many still enjoy her past hits, she is certainly not done.
And now for the sustainability behind the style. Find out how Nelly Gesare is transforming how Kenyans think of design.
What if the trash you walk past every day could change lives? In Nairobi, one woman is turning broken glass into beauty and empowering a generation of women to do the same.
I'm very passionate about waste, but I think one of the things I would ask, why would you not be? It's like magic, having the privilege to convert something from something unwanted to something extremely wanted and of value without spending too much to acquire.
Nairobi produces up to 4,000 tons of waste daily. Only 10% is properly managed. The rest, it ends up in places like Dandora, one of Africa's largest open dump sites.
My name is Nelly Gesare. I am the founder of Green Thing Kenya. And Green Thing Kenya started as a brand that uses product as conversation starters to sustainability and climate change. But I think it's slowly becoming a brand that is trying to reimagine value. That's how I would describe it. I was a journalist before, and I think I've slowly grown into working at the intersection of waste justice, climate, and community. In 2017, I gave birth to my last child, my daughter, and she was born sick. And there was nothing that we could do to understand where the sickness came from. But I can tell you it was something that required surgery for her to be okay now. And we were seeing many specialists at that time, one of them being a neurologist, and they said, "Nizi vitu mnakula." Now, when you think about Nizi vitu mnakula, when you've been studying and storytelling so much around waste and sustainability, you know the plastic packaging that is mostly carcinogenic, the lotions that we put on our bodies that are made of ingredients that we can't even pronounce, yet it's okay to put on our body, the food, the environment, the clothes made of plastic, the bedding made of plastic. Surely there's no way we were going to get away with this. I started Green Thing now in 2019, using products that people use every day as provocatively as possible to start conversations on sustainability and what that means in terms of living a life of dignity within planetary boundaries.
Thousands of women work without protection, sorting through toxic waste to survive. But one woman saw something different in the chaos.
Or unfair or unsustainable consumption has victims, right? And some of the biggest victims are waste pickers. And it was so important for me to partner with them for the hot shop. And that's why we primarily source our glass waste from East Africa's largest dump site, Dandora. Beauty with impact in one waste pickers, it's not just the waste picker. You actually teach them that this could be better for your children, for your women group, for their church members. And that's what I wanted. I want more women to understand or imagine value at their category. So as waste pickers, I wanted to get more. And I wanted to work with a group because it's easier. They have systems better. It was easier for them to formalize their processes like payment. Because that's also another challenge in waste trade in Kenya, or waste management in Kenya, is that waste management has been so informal that it's difficult for formal businesses to operate there. At the moment, I'm working with Dandora Women Waste Pickers, who remove glass waste from the dump site, which we then bring to our hot shop, where Wendy and William, our superb artisans, glass blowers, I would say, they convert them to beautiful, beautiful sculptural art that is functional. At the moment, Kenya is importing 200,000 tons per year of textile waste, but our goal has never been products. Our goal has always been, how do we use this to educate community? How do we use this to show the community that they have power to actually change?
My name is Wendy Kaila Cheno. I'm 20 years old. At Green Thing, I do as a glass blower assistant. The workers here inspired me to be a glass blower, so it's a good thing. Women can do anything. So I inspired them, if you want to be a glass blower, you can be.
Green Thing is no longer just a studio. It's a movement. A reminder that sustainability isn't just about the planet. It's about people. And in Nelly's hands, broken glass tells a new story. One of beauty, resilience, and hope.
Waste value schools are so important as attitude change, that we cannot have new things anymore. New things are going to be made from reimagining waste.
From the glitz and glamour here at Nairobi Fashion Week, we bid you kwaheri. If you want to go ahead and find out more, make sure you follow our socials. My name is Wanjira Longhour. Ciao.
Gaela Tikaya la patrona, Gilda Sambendengese.
For the men and women of South, Mambo ni matatu. 1, KBC Channel 1. 2, Saturday. And 3, Rumba. Vile tu amesema rumba, nimeingia ndani ya nyumba, ndani ya kipindi, nikupatie miziki ya rumba, miziki tamu sana. Every Saturday from 10 p.m. to midnight. Join me, Simeon Mfumu Kimbangu, the Rumba Supreme Leader, alongside DJ Mato Sibor mwenyewe. Rumba ya PDG ndani ya Bridge over Congo, KBC Channel 1. Toleka.
Kutoka jimbo la Nairobi, tunaangazia ufugaji wa mbuzi wa maziwa.
Maziwa ya mbuzi iko na immunity kubwa sana kwa mwili yako. So ukipata mnakunywa maziwa ya mbuzi, na ndio sababu watu wananunua maziwa mengi sana.
Na kisha tuifurahie chai yenye ladha ya maziwa ya mbuzi. Ungana nasi Jumamosi saa 10:30 hapa KBC Channel 1 kwa mseto kamili wa kilimo.
Amjambo mabibi na mabwana, kwa niaba ya shirika la reli la Kenya, ningependa kuwakaribisha kwenye gari letu ambalo linaelekea upande wa Nyahururu kupitia Olkalau.
This line has not been operational for many years, almost 40 years down the line. It was one of our productive lines during that time, those days. As you know, this area is a highly agricultural area, and also with a lot of cattle rearing. So Lelwe used to be to thrive in moving agricultural produce and also animals for trade. Indeed, the last 2 years we have been looking at the line, and we have done a business case about this line. In terms of transporting goods from Nairobi to Nyahururu, they have been having a lot of challenges. Transporting fertilizer for agricultural inputs, transporting beauty materials, especially cement in this region has been a challenge. Transport the containerized cargo, merchandise for sale in the shops and wholesaling is a big challenge.
Hii reli yenye inakuja itasaidia hii economy ya Nyahururu sababu watu wataweza kuleta cargo. It will be cheaper than road because the fuel prices ziko juu, and also us wenye tunaleta mzigo ita reduce prices na maisha itakuwa rahisi kiasi.
Hii reli ikifika hapa, sisi kama wanabiashara wadogo wadogo tutafurahi. Juu itatusaidia kuleta mzigo, kutubeba, kusafiri Nairobi kwenda Mombasa, itakuwa ya usaidizi kwetu na tutafurahia sana. Kwa hivyo hii ikiwezekana, hata ikianza kama ni kesho, sisi tutaanza kufurahi.
We have rehabilitated and repaired this line, and there is a lot of potential in business that is going to happen in this area. And the catchment area all the way to, from here we have in Nyahururu, we have the neighborhood of Laikipia, we have the neighborhood of other counties like Kirinyaga, Embu, Meru, and the neighborhood down here of Nakuru. All of them being a catchment areas of trade. So we have several go downs even along this route where already some of our customers want to transport cement, fertilizer, potatoes to Nairobi, and you know this place is more rich. The county government of Nyahururu has been aggregating potatoes for their citizens, and it has never worked because you use a pickup from here, I don't know how much it will carry. But if I marshal a whole train here, I will carry maybe over 1,000, almost 800 tons of potatoes to Nairobi and other towns. And that will be cheaper, convenient, and easy for our people.
Itasaidia sana sana kwa usafiri kwa sababu wakati huu usafiri umekuwa bei juu sana. Kwa hivyo reli tunatumaini bei yake itakuwa chini na itakuwa afueni kwetu kama wafanyabiashara. Na hata wasafiri, mtu akienda kama Nairobi, sailizo za Nairobi, hili huko, tutasaidika sana reli ikianza huduma zake hapa.
Kuja kwa hii train naweza sema ni furaha kwetu. Mtu anaweza enda to and fro, hata tuseme kama Nakuru, Nairobi. Kwa hivyo hata kwa safiri itakuwa rahisi. Kwa hivyo mimi naweza sema kwetu ni faida kubwa sana. Especially mimi nimefurahi ndio mara yangu ya kwanza hata kuipanda, sijawahi panda. Kwa hivyo mimi naona ni faida kubwa sana kama mimi especially, but even for Nyahururu fraternity ni furaha kubwa.
We'll be moving people from Nairobi all the way to this station. Interestingly enough, we are going to provide an alternative transport means to some of the people who carry some goods that can fit in our coaches. So they can carry their skuma wiki, and they can still travel by the train. We are going to be doing that, especially in their market days, whether in Okalau or in Nyahururu. So this line is going to be productive, and we have a lot of support coming in, and we hope business will thrive in this area.
Kuhusu reli nimeisikia na hata nimeiona, na ninafikiria inaweza kuwa faida sana kwetu kuliko kutumia barabara. Na kulingana na vile hali iko saa hii, nadhani reli inaweza rahisisha mambo ya usafirishaji. Hii tauni ya Nyahururu inaweza panuka kwa sababu najua wengi wataweza kusafiri kuenda Nairobi, kuenda Mombasa na bei itakuwa chini. Kwa hivyo town biashara inaweza kuwa.
Hao watu wa reli, na tumefurahia sana venye wamekuja hapa. Juu watafanya hii town yetu iwe kubwa, watafanya biashara iende juu, hata wakazi watakuja, hata watalii watakuwa wanatutembelea sana. Kwa hivyo hii town ya Nyahururu ama Laikipia itaenda juu sana. Kwa hivyo tunafurahi sana, hao watu wa reli waharakishe hiyo mambo, na tumeshukuru sana.
We are almost completed all the rehabilitation of our lines in Kenya, all our lines all over the country. And we are finishing with the Voitaveta. And this line, I think will be the second last to operationalize. And then we have the whole system of our railway systems in the country operating. We are grateful to the government.
Sisi kama Ministry of Defense kujenga hizi railway station, hiyo ni muhimu, lakini sio muhimu zaidi. Ile muhimu sisi watu wa Orokarao, watu wa Nyahururu, watu wa Gilgil tuweze kusaidika kutoka kwa hii railway station ama railway service. Hii railway station reli ikikuja ama train ikikuja, ibebe watu wa kutoka hapa iwapeleke Nairobi, iwatoe Nairobi iwarudishe hapa. Na sana sana kwa sababu najua hapa Orokarao na General Nyandarua ni maneno ya ukulima. Wanabiashara Nairobi wanaweza kuja wanunue boga, wanunue maziwa, wanunue carrots, wanunue mahindi, wanunue sukuma wiki, wanunue beans, wanunue viazi, wapeleke Nairobi, si ndio? Na juu ya hiyo, si pesa itakuja kwa mfuko yetu zikikuja. So sasa sisi rais mwenyewe anajua tuko hapa kwa sababu ameamrisha hii railway station sasa itoke kwa Ministry of Defence ipatiwe Kenya Railway na railway wenyewe waweze kufanya kazi, si ndio?
Train itatoka Nairobi ikuje mpaka Olkalau, ikuje Gilgil Olkalau mpaka Nyahururu, na Wednesday irudi tena Nairobi, iende ipeleke watu, ipeleke chakula, ipeleke kila kitu ambacho tumebeba. Alafu Friday tena turudi tena wapi? Tutoke Nairobi kuja Gilgil, kuja Olkalau, Nyahururu. Sunday tena turudi wapi? Nairobi. Nataka kuwaomba wanabiashara wa hii sehemu, siku za kustwangu zinaisha. Kama ile siku za kusema sina mali, fare yetu ni nzuri sana. Imagine kutoka hapa kwenda Nyahururu ni shilingi 50, 50 bob. 50 bob only. Nataka kujua bei ya kutoka Nairobi kwenda Nyahururu. Nairobi Nyahururu 600 shillings. Line yetu iko sawa, kama vile mnaona treni zetu zote ziko sawa, na above all, ya kwanza tumeleta fertilizer hapa, imefika Olkalau iko hapa. Nyahururu tumeleta fertilizer imekuja. Tutakuwa tukileta mizigo yoyote ile tunabeba kutoka Mombasa, Nairobi mpaka hapa Olkalau na Nyahururu. Ukitaka kubook our train to Nairobi, unakuja hapa kwa station, utakuta watu wamekungojea, watakuambia vile utafanya, utachukua tiketi yako. Kama unaenda Nairobi, kama unaenda sijui huko Gilgil ama Nyahururu, watakulipisha alafu utatembea.
Asanteni sana kwa kuchagua kusafiri nasi, na kwa niaba ya shirika la reli la Kenya, ningependa kuwatakia siku njema.
We are the Davons, and then one of the service, and we sat next to each other.
Hivi ulikuwa umemnotice venye mlikanisha?
No. We wacha. Anasemanga I ghosted him for like 3 months or so.
This time I find a wife. I'm not letting her.
For me, also he wasn't among the people I would date typically.
We planned the first engagement, it fails.
Like he's very romantic. The first time they came in kwa introduction, walikasirikiana. Our wedding was so beautiful. My dress.
So haujai kuwa na challenge yake akiweka masocks sijui wapi?
Never.
Nikianza kukuja nguo lazima ati.
We're expectant this year.
Lights on, volume up. This is where stories come alive. From local drama that hits close to home.
Alinivamia akiwa na vijana wengine wawili. Toka nje. Hii nyumba yako.
Yote ni porojo. To international series everyone's talking about. Stories that pull you in. Characters you won't forget.
Stop complaining and just get out of here. Go now. Go, go.
We turn up the volume. with music that moves, showcases rising stars, and bring the beat straight to your living room. And when it's time to talk, we don't hold back.
How is everything going?
Real conversations, big personalities, the issues, the loves, the moment everyone's debating the next day. Every show, every night, different voices, one destination. This is television that feels alive and predictable and missable.
The wait is over. KBC iko Huduma Center. Starting with Nairobi, kupata huduma za KBC imekuwa rahisi. From digital guidance and signet services to booking of commercial adverts and documentaries. Visit our dedicated desks at Huduma Center GPO, Times Square, Makadara, Kibera, or Eastleigh. Tunakungoja hapo. Whether it's a casual announcement or a specialized media solution for your business, we are here to serve you. KBC at Huduma Centers. Moving closer to you. Your station, your service. The Kenya Bureau of Standards will host the 32nd African Organization for Standardization, ARSO, General Assembly and ARSO Week 2026 under the theme Standards Enabling Intra-Africa Trade under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA. One certificate working for you. Over 60 countries, hundreds of delegates, trade experts and policy makers coming together to advance harmonized standards and unlock seamless trade through the African Organization for Standardization. The chief guest is His Excellency, the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki. Watch this General Assembly live on KBC Channel 1 from 11 a.m. on Wednesday, the 26th of August, 2026. The African Organization for Standardization. One certificate working for you.
Well, a very good evening from wherever you are watching us. This is the Easy Friday. My name is Marie Ambo, and of course, helping me on the sign language tonight is none other than Anne Wangeshi. And before we bring you the news, here is a look at what's making headlines.
Hawezi ongea mambo ya masoko ya mama mboga, hawezi kuambia vile bei ya mbolea itaendelea kuteremka, bei ya unga itaendelea kuteremka, hajui.
Stop the dirty politics. Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki meets UDA grassroots leaders in Tharaka Nithi County, calls out opposition for personal attacks. Politics dominate Senator Boni Khalwale's wife's burial in Kakamega County as leaders condemn violence witnessed in Homa Bay County. And government commits to refine the university funding framework as over 159,000 students from the 2025 KCSE cohort complete scholarship and loan applications. Thank you once again for making the time for us. Let's begin the bulletin, where police in Mombasa County are investigating the shooting of 3 youth during a sensitization meeting addressed by Area Governor Abdul Swamad Nasser at Bomu Stadium in Changamwe Sub-County. The youth were allegedly shot by members of the governor's security detail after the meeting allegedly turned chaotic. Kasichana Masha opens Easy Friday tonight.
The anxiety was palpable at the Mikindani Hospital in Mombasa County, where friends and relatives were awaiting the transfer of their injured loved ones to the Coast General Teaching and Referral Hospital for specialized treatment. According to Mombasa County Police Commander Stella Gerono, 3 youths sustained gunshot wounds and several others were injured after a fracas allegedly erupted during a public sensitization meeting led by the county boss Abdul Swamad Sharif Nasir.
The unknown group came when the governor was addressing the Stawisha Fund team that was being sensitized. During the fracas, 3 people were shot.
However, a section of eyewitnesses claimed that the youth were peaceful.
Vijana kwa kuongea na mheshimiwa gavana. Walipokuwa wanamfikia wale mabodyguard wakawa wanawasukuma. Alipokuwa yuko mbele akawa atakuongea naye yule bodyguard akawa msukuma akatoa bunduki. Mimi ndo nimeona nikamzuia akamwambia achana naye. Ilikuwa impate huyo kifo ndo nikaanguka naye nikamrusha kando. Yule bodyguard kwa ile hasira akapiga chini hivi akalengesha kwenye miguu.
Family members and activists have criticized the alleged use of excessive force by the governor's security detail.
Kwa nini bodyguard atumie risasi? Kwani kulikuwa na risasi ambayo anafanya self defense ama ndio sielewa.
Ikiwa wewe ni afisa wa polisi umepatiwa silaha kumlinda yule mheshimiwa na unapiga wananchi, then you do not deserve to be a bodyguard. Wewe you are a body shooter. Ni vipi risasi 3 zinapigwa kwa wananchi?
Police have assured investigations will be done to conclusion and perpetrators will be brought to book.
Most of them are police officers. They should follow the law. We want to dig deep into the matter and know exactly who are these persons, because we will trace them and get them.
Kasichana Masha, Easy Friday.
Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki has taken issue with the opposition for engaging in politics of name-calling while lacking an agenda for the country. Speaking when he met United Democratic Alliance UDA grassroots leaders from Tharaka Nithi County, Professor Kindiki also faulted his predecessor Rigathi Gachagua over what he said was failure to perform his duties effectively while occupying the second highest office in the land, leading to his impeachment.
Irunduni, Tharaka Nithi County on Friday.
UDA!
And Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki met 15,000 United Democratic Alliance grassroots officials from all parts of the county to congratulate them following their election. The country's second-in-command sustained his onslaught against the opposition leaders, accusing them of lacking any transformative agenda for the nation.
Hawezi ongea mambo ya masoko, ya mama mboga, hawezi kuambia vile bei ya mbolea itaendelea kuteremka, bei ya unga itaendelea kuteremka, hajui, ana namna. Kazi yake Kasongo, Soprano, one time, waende.
Professor Kindiki also called out Democracy for the Citizens Party leader Rigathi Gachagua for alleged incompetence during his tenure as deputy president, ultimately leading to his ouster.
Deputy Rais, unafukuzwa na Kenya ukiwa wapi? It's not possible. Wezekani, it's not possible. Ati mimi Kenya nzima ingangane mpaka ni it's not possible.
The deputy president eyed the grassroots leaders to be the frontline champions of President William Ruto's re-election bid come the 2027 general election.
UDA is the only party that has grassroots structures, democratically elected by other members across Kenya.
Professor Kindiki assured the electorate that the national government is on track in implementing development programs to improve the lives of Kenyans. Tilio Marco for Easy Friday.
To some opposition politics, the Linda Mwananchi faction claims violence witnessed in Homa Bay over the weekend was a ploy to sow division among communities in Western Kenya. The leaders who spoke during the burial of the wife of Kakamega Senator Boni Khalwale said that they will stand their ground to the last point. Meanwhile, DCP leader Rigathi Gachagua, who was in Emurua Dikir, that is in Narok County, challenged locals to demand their rightful share from the government.
The burial service of the wife of Kakamega Senator Boni Khalwale, Gloria Halaware, was an opportunity for the Linda Mwananchi Brigade to vent on their weekend Homa Bay rally that was marred by violence.
Tuwe na uhuru wa fikra na usemi. Tuwe na uhuru wa kwenda popote Kenya kuuza sera zetu. So Homa Bay County and Nyanza should be the last region to practice politics of intolerance. I offer an unconditional apology. This culture of Gunism ilianza kidogo kidogo. Osoti anakunywa chai, anatandikwa. Juzi Sifuna anakuja Homa Bay, anatandikwa. If we do not deal with Gunism in this country, it will morph into vigilantes, it will morph into militias, and it is going to eat us.
The MPs blamed unnamed leaders for trying to wage divisions among the communities in the Western Kenya.
Anaenda kwa debe. Naona watu wakijipatia mavitu mingi atakuwa deputy president. Waluya tumesupport watu wengi kwa muda mrefu. Sisi tunamuomba msimame na Edwin Watenya Sifuna.
Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna assuring his constituents that he will not be derailed by acts of violence perpetrated against his Linda Mwananchi team, claiming victory was on site.
Mimi nataka watu wetu mtulie tu. Hii fujo mnaona hii ati wanakazia registrar kutupatia sisi brand yetu kwa sababu ni sisi tumejenga hii kitu inaitwa Linda Mwananchi. Haijalishi jina gani unaweka, wananchi are looking for credible leadership. A name is just a name.
Elsewhere in Emurua Dikir, DCP leader Rigathi Gachagua challenged locals to demand their rightful share from the government.
Wanalalamika mambo ya kodi, wanalalamika mambo ya masomo. Hawa wanalalamika kama Wakenya wengine.
Meanwhile, Jubilee Deputy Party leader Fred Matiang'i has called on the government to decisively deal with the rising trend of political Gunism.
Let the government be government, because ukiona mimi saa ingine ninashangaa, you think you are watching a movie. The people are distributing pangas publicly. Na wanapeana panga, imekamatwa kwa video. Na sio panga ya kwenda kuvieka nyasi ama nepi ya grass ya ng'ombe, panga ya kwenda kuua Wakenya wengine.
Matiang'i was speaking during a burial service in Meru County. Gishoki Washira, Easy Friday.
Now, in other news, Kenya Kwanza leaders from Western Kenya have rallied residents to back President William Ruto's re-election, saying that through him, the region has a realistic stab at the presidency in 2032. Led by National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula, the leaders said President Ruto's government had demonstrated a commitment to equitable national development, with the region benefiting immensely.
Western Kenya appears heavily invested in the upcoming election, with different leaders from the region angling to succeed President William Ruto. At an empowerment event in Likuyani, Kakamega County, National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula rallied his backyard to support President William Ruto's re-election for what he said is the government's commitment to equitable development.
Ile kazi Rais Ruto amefanya kwa elimu, kwa afya, kwa barabara, kwa ukulima, kwa environment.
But underneath Wetangula's endorsement of the head of state lay the ambition of the Western region to ascend to the highest position in the land, with leaders allied to him, led by President Ruto's aide Farouk Kibet, declaring that the Ford Kenya leader is fit to succeed Ruto in the year 2032.
Mimi nawaambia jamii ya Mlembe, jamii ya Magharibi, jamii ya Mkenya mwenye yuko hapa, baada ya utawala ya William Ruto, mimi maombi naomba Mungu na natoa kofia ije hapa Magharibi Kenya.
According to the leaders, re-electing President Ruto will guarantee the region a realistic shot to the presidency.
Papa wa Roma mnapenda yeye?
Hebu nione salamu ya Papa wa Roma. Papa wa Roma, lazima tujipange, sivyo? Jirani ndio rais, anapata 2 term, na sisi tunajipanga hapa Ingo. Na tunajipanga na Papa wa Roma ndio huyu hapa. Ama vipi?
William Samoei Ruto tumpatie support, na wao pia tuwaambie kifika mwaka wa 2027 tuanze kutembea na huyu Wetangula Kenya mzima tukitafuta kiti ya urais ya 2032.
In Ukambani, a section of politicians allied to the Kenya Kwanza Alliance has accused the opposition of using chaos to wipe up emotions for political mileage. Led by Mwala Member of Parliament Vincent Kawaya, the leaders allege that DCP leader Rigathi Gachagua is working in cahoots with rogue police officers to cause chaos, effectively tarnishing the image of the government.
Askari wanapewa 50,000, anaambiwa wewe tupatia gas kwa kanisa, ukishatupa wewe sisi tunafanya press conference, tuseme kasongo kwa sababu they have no agenda.
And as the opposition readies itself to challenge President Ruto in the 2027 general election, the Talai women have appealed to Mama Ngina Kenyatta to intervene and persuade former President Uhuru Kenyatta to honor what they describe as an agreement reached with the Talai community. The women say the former president should support Ruto's bid for a second term in the year 2027, citing commitments they say were made after he sought blessings from Talai leaders.
Aweze kumwelekeza chinzi Ruto alimuleta kwa mikono ya elders wa Talai. Akakuwa blessed na akaahidi kwamba anaenda kuunga rais wetu miaka ingine yake 10. Yeye alipata yake 10 kupitia baraka ya wazee wa jamii wa Talai. Na siku ya leo tumerudi kama wamama. Kama mtoto wako aliweza kusahau, tunataka umkumbushe kama mama kwamba sisi tunangoja ile ahadi. Sisi kama wamama tukiahidi hatuwezi rudi nyuma.
Michael Mondiga for Easy Friday.
To matters education now, where the government says it's refining the university funding framework to make higher education more accessible and affordable to deserving Kenyans. The proposed universal student funding model will shift the focus from parents' current financial status to the future needs of the individual students. Speaking during the 11th graduation ceremony of the University of Embu, Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba said the model is intended to ensure students are not locked out of university and technical and vocational education and training TVET institutions because of their families' financial circumstances.
The Ministry of Education says the proposed universal student funding model seeks to transform higher education from a household expense into a state-backed investment in human capital.
Where the parent was not determined as having the capacity to fund the doctor or the engineer, the students then had to change courses to take a course that the parent is able to afford. We've changed that thinking and said, let us fund the future of the student.
Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba said the government is moving away from the student-centered funding model introduced in 2023, which relied on the means testing instrument to determine the level of financial support based on a student's family circumstances. He said earlier funding approaches, including the differentiated unit cost model, had also left universities struggling with accumulated debts due to gaps in government funding.
That is a bill that is in Parliament, and once it becomes law, together with the contributions of government and other stakeholders, we will have enough resources to ensure that we are funding higher education students 100%, both tuition and upkeep.
The proposed model is expected to guide the government's future approach to financing higher education while addressing students' needs and ensuring universities remain financially sustainable. Jacqueline Masharia for Easy Friday.
Still on matters university funding, more than 159,000 students from the 2025 Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education cohort have already completed their scholarship and loan applications through the Higher Education Financing Portal as the university's fund moves to process and approve funding for the growing number of students entering universities. A further 5,732 applications are still incomplete, and the university funds is urging affected students to complete the process to allow verification and approval. The fund has also received ISO 9001-2015 recertification with a call to further protect the growing volume of student data. Thousands of students hoping to pursue university education are set to benefit from the higher education loans funding. As of August the 20th, 159,352 students from the 2025 cohort had completed their applications.
When we disburse funding to a university, we are not simply transferring money. We are helping to keep a student in a classroom, a lecturer in a laboratory, and a university functioning. And when we improve our systems, we are not simply improving internal processes. We are improving the prospects of Kenya's next generation.
A further 5,732 applications were still incomplete, with the affected students urged to complete the process by the 31st of August 2026 to allow verification and approval.
We therefore wish to request and encourage the students to complete their applications to allow us to process and take them through our boards of trustees for approval before we implement.
The university's fund says 270,750 students who attained the required KCSE grades in the 2025 examination cohort proceeded to university, compared with about 62,580 in 2017. The fund projects about 680,000 beneficiaries under the government scholarships in the 2026-2027 financial year. And as the fund manages billions of shillings in student grants and large amounts of personal and financial information, the Kenya Bureau of Standards is now calling on the fund to strengthen data security. The fund has received ISO 9001-2015 recertification, an international quality management standard that focuses on consistent processes, accountability, and continuous improvement.
As the university's fund celebrates this important achievement, it is equally important to recognize that ISO 9001-2015 provides a strong foundation for the adoption of other internationally recognized management systems standards that can further strengthen organizational excellence.
For us, ISO certification is fundamentally about trust. It's about assuring students that their applications and funding are handled through transparent and reliable systems.
In the 2023, 2024 and 2025-2026 financial years, the university's fund says it has disbursed 47.9 billion shillings in government scholarships, and another 30.1 billion shillings has been allocated for scholarships in the current financial year. The head of public service, Felix Koskei, has called on the youth to leverage the Beyond 2030 forums to chart the country's course. Koskei says young people should push for ideas and policies that factor in the interest of the bulging youth population. He was speaking during the first anniversary of the Jamii Imara Mashinani Forum, an initiative that seeks to take government services closer to the people.
Following the launch of the National Conversation Beyond 2030 by President William Ruto, a conversation that seeks to create a citizen-driven long-term roadmap for Kenya, the head of public service, Felix Koskei, called on the youth to own the conversation.
The future is theirs. The document will govern how they are going to run the country. The document will also create a trajectory that will enable the future generations to prosper.
Koskei, while rallying the country to back the president's call for bipartisan conversations, said the youth have a bigger stake in the upcoming forums, calling on them to turn out in large numbers.
If they don't participate, it will be a disaster, because generally people will not know exactly what they feel and what they want. This national conversation is a conversation that will ensure that their dreams are captured.
He was in the company of Public Health and Professional Standards Principal Secretary Mary Muthoni and Kenya National Highways Authority Board of Directors Chairperson Winnie Ngumi, who pledged the commitment by the government to continue engaging Kenyans across the country as a means of achieving equitable development.
And by taking public servants closer to the people, listening to their concerns, and also helping communities better understand government programs and interventions.
To meet our citizens and to explain to them and engage them on government projects. Within the road sector, Kenyans are thirsting to learn about what projects are being done.
With a renewed call for citizen participation, the Jamii Imara Mashinani Forum says it will scale up its grassroots engagements as the country begins to define its next development blueprint.
Jamii Imara has undertaken 22 engagements across 14 counties, reaching communities in different parts of the country and creating opportunities for citizens to raise issues directly with government representatives.
We have engaged wananchi over the last 1 year. We have listened to them. We have heard their concerns, be it in road safety, be it in construction of roads, be it in land acquisition. We have been there and we have participated in Jamii Imara Mashinani throughout this program.
Yusufa reporting for Easy Friday.
To matters election now, where the clock for the 2027 general election has begun ticking after the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, gazetted timelines that will guide the process. In the notice, the Commission has directed that all public officers who intend to contest in the elections must resign from public service or public office by February the 10th, 2027.
IEBC Chairperson Erastus Ethekon in a Gazette notice has confirmed the general election shall be held on Tuesday 10th August 2027. On the material day, an eligible voter will elect President, Governor, Senator, Woman Representative, Member of the National Assembly and Member of County Assembly. Each political party intending to participate in the general elections shall submit the names and specimen signatures of their authorized persons by 15th October 2026 and their nomination rules certified by the Registrar of Political Parties by 30th October 2026. The legal guidelines also require the political parties to submit the names of the persons contesting in the party's primaries by April 8th, 2027, being at least 21 days before the nomination day. The Electoral Agency has also directed campaign period shall commence on 29th May 2027 and end on August 7th, 2027, and the campaign time shall run from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Political parties and candidates are also required to submit to the Commission the names of their constituency and national chief agents by July 27th, 2027. Yeshuki Washira, Easy Friday.
Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has assured residents of Elgeyo Marakwet that the co-hosting of this year's Mashujaa Day celebrations will not deny the county the benefits that traditionally accompany the national feat. The county will co-host the celebrations alongside Nandi and Uasin Gishu counties. Speaking during an inspection tour of Kamarin Stadium in Keio North Sub-County, Murkomen said the three counties would each benefit from projects and activities lined up ahead of the Mashujaa Day celebrations. The CS said the construction of Kamarin Stadium, which will host sporting activities ahead of the celebrations, is more than halfway complete. Road, water and energy projects are also underway across the three counties as part of preparations for the event.
And feel that there is a program that is going on. There's a Mashujaa. So we will have many activities. There will be cultural activities, the competition for music, as we get the best team that is going to represent us in the Mashujaa Day itself. We will have sports activities. We will also have a sports conference in the run-up to the Mashujaa, and that will discuss sporting issues in the country. This will be a national conference that we will have it here again in this region.
Kamarenya has been an eyesore, but I want to assure the people of Elgeyo Marakwet that now we are over 50%, and the contractor has promised us that it should be ready, and Waziri also, with the word from the President, has promised us that this will be done. Our biggest issue as Elgeyo Marakwet residents has been the completion of this stadium and infrastructure around our town.
Look at news making headlines from the counties. Kilifi Governor Gideon Mung'aro has urged residents, especially those residing in flood-prone areas, to move to safer grounds ahead of the anticipated El Nino rains. Kilifi County is among 16 counties in the country that the weatherman has listed as a risk area requiring adequate preparedness ahead of the rains.
According to Mung'aro, the Disaster Emergency Department has already put in place measures to mitigate the effects such as rescue boats, food and non-food items, medicines and other related equipment and services.
Mukae mahali ambako mtakuwa hatuwezi poteza maisha. Tumeweka vijana wengi ambao watasimama kando kando ya mto kama wakina Francis na wengine ambao watakuwa kazi yao ni kuangalia kwamba watu hawavuki mto Galana ovyo ovyo.
In Busia, Energy Cabinet Secretary Opiyo Wandayi has announced the allocation of 1.46 billion shillings to connect more than 17,000 households to electricity across the county.
Na kwa hivyo serikali ikishatekeleza miradi za stima, ni jukumu la kila mwananchi to take care of the infrastructure. Kuna wahalifu wanakuja usiku, wanakata nyaya za stima, wengine wanaharibu transformers. Lazima sisi wote tukae macho.
Elsewhere, transport activities were disrupted in Kakamega town after tuk-tuk operators blocked the main Kisumu-Kakamega road, protesting remarks by Kakamega senatorial aspirant Brian Lishenga that appeared to threaten organizers of a tuk-tuk empowerment drive slated for tomorrow.
Naomba Lishenga awachane na kuvuruga mikutano yetu ambayo tunataka kufanya. Tumetafuta hii mambo ya empowerment karibu mwaka mzima, ikiwa ina bounce. Mwenyezi Mungu ametusaidia, imefika saa hii, yeye anakuja kutuambia ya kwamba anataka kuweka demonstration Saturday.
Meanwhile, over 80 hotel managers from Bungoma County have undergone a 2-day upskilling workshop to equip them for the versatile hospitality industry.
It is our wish that during this upskilling training, we get to sensitize investors and managers on the need to consult with standards with our sister institutions like TRA to ensure that the classification standards are being injected into how they are operating and in how they are investing in the sector.
For Easy Friday, I am Collins Kefa.
Well, on that note, we want to take our first commercial break. But after that, my colleague, that is Alan Alco, is on standby. He'll be bringing you business news. But at the tail end of this bulletin, my colleague, that is Gladys Mungai, is in Beijing, China, where he engaged the Kenyan ambassador to China, that is Willibet, on the zero tariff on African products by the Chinese government. All that will be coming up at the tail end of this bulletin. But right about now, let's take that break.
Listen up. Colgate is on a mission.
It's kind of a big thing.
Colgate Herbal uses traditional nature's herbs and combines it with Colgate Science for healthy gums and strong teeth.
Colgate Charcoal Gentle Clean cleans and polishes teeth for a whiter smile and a naturally fresh and clean mouth. Choose natural. Choose Colgate Charcoal.
Kila mtu siku hizi anajua AI.
So I was telling you guys before the break about how someone was saying everyone, the most common used word nowadays is AI. AI sitaki.
If there is a technology that exists now that can do the things you would be paid to do, then it's very much important that you pay attention.
But you pay attention.
Yeah.
AI coming in and the speed at which it's moving, it's making it an equalizer, such that a woman who is at home having 4 kids, running the household, can still fully run a business from her home.
People think AI is hard. People think you need to be technical to use AI. Very wrong, because you have a ChatGPT boyfriend and you're using AI already.
I do have a ChatGPT boyfriend, yes.
So it's not like you've been left by the train, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
We find that ideally, technology is not biased in itself. It's human beings who are biased. So you see, technology is available to everybody, but then it's human beings who decide, and I like to call them gatekeepers.
The good thing about AI is it uses natural language. You can just start talking to it in natural language, even mix Swahili here and there, sharing, and it will understand. So the fact that it has broken that barrier, you don't have to be technical, you can just use natural language.
What happens when a mother finds her voice, a superfan dances through adversity, and a community steps up to offer real support?
I used to be a very shy girl. I used to be that polite girl. I used to be very innocent and naive. But now Bahati came to my life and everything changed.
This week on Able Differently, we share real-life stories of strength and success while we call out on the bad stereotypes that continue to hold our communities back. Join us this Saturday at 4 p.m. only on KBC Channel 1.
Hello and welcome. It's time for business with me, Alan Aoko. And Kenya is pushing for strategic partnerships, expanded connectivity and development of local technical expertise to position the country as a leading digital hub in Africa. Broadcasting Principal Secretary Stephen Isaboke says Kenya is keen on turning its digital infrastructure investments into tangible opportunities for citizens and businesses.
The government is stepping up its digital transformation agenda, including its target of 100,000 kilometers of national fiber optic rollout to position Kenya as a regional hub for technology, innovation and digital services.
We talk about the 100,000 kilometers of the fiber. This thing is happening. Any of you, wherever you come from, whether in Nairobi, whether up country where your parents or grandparents live, so what the government decided to do is to accelerate and ramp up the coverage of the country. We said we'll use the power infrastructure to also run now the fiber.
Broadcasting Principal Secretary Stephen Isaboke said Kenya's national digital agenda provides a strong foundation for accelerating connectivity and building an intelligent digital economy.
The future is connectivity. You must invest. Where before we were investing in roads and all these things, the digital superhighway is the next thing. The digital superhighway is the next thing, because otherwise our youth, our population will be cut off. Obviously, this is where we're actually investing to ensure that we deliver the quality that we've committed across the country.
Isaboke called for collaborations focusing the investments on practical solutions to Kenya's connectivity challenges. The government is also pushing for greater technology and skills transfer, with Isaboke emphasizing on the need to develop Kenya and Africa engineers.
Partnerships must include structured technical training and local assembly plans to cultivate domestic engineering talent. We advocate sharing dark fiber, power and tower assets to avoid repeated investment, lower entry thresholds and reduce broadband tariffs for the citizens.
Tech companies were challenged to innovate more to keep up with the changing tech space.
FiberHome believe in long-term growth in Africa. We are fully committed to local knowledge transfer and training local African engineers so that technology experts stay here in the region.
For Easy Friday, I'm Ben Troinjue.
Elsewhere, players in the medical field are calling for more investments in agro-processing to reduce medical imports. Kenya Medical Association Chief Executive Officer Brenda Obondo says production of quality medical non-woven equipment will open up new markets for farmers to produce.
Kenya imports medical equipment worth about 65 billion shillings annually. Medical practitioners say the import bill could be reduced if more investment was channeled into agro-processing. Kenya Medical Association Chief Executive Officer Brenda Opande says improved agro-processing will ensure production of quality non-woven face masks, surgical gowns, and disposable bed sheets.
At the core of this is the quality of these products. And why so? Because the quality of these products directly contributes to the delivery of quality healthcare in our country.
Processing of non-woven medical equipment is expected to offer market for local farmers.
So building this capacity will help us improve access, reduce vulnerability to global supply disruptions, create jobs, and contribute to stronger health security.
The market starts at the farm, because without doing the necessary cost-benefit analysis in the farm, you would not be able to get the premium price at the market at the selling point.
Players are calling for enhanced traceability systems to promote food safety.
Market aggregation, premium markets, and value addition, digitization and traceability, cost-benefit analysis, those becomes the main mandate of KENAF to ensure that we train and capacity build farmers to understand why sustainability in farming is very important.
Benson Rioba reporting for Easy Friday.
Elsewhere, SBM Bank Kenya says it has moved from stabilization to a phase of growth that is supported by stronger profitability, liquidity and capital positions after 2 years of rebuilding. Speaking in Nanyuki, SBM Bank Kenya CEO Bartesh Shah said the lender is selectively opening branches targeting strategic locations that align with its growth ambitions rather than rapid expansion. Shah says the branches being opened will be complemented by the growth of digital capabilities.
From agriculture to SMEs to light manufacturing, it's one area that we are not represented at all, and it aligns very well with our strategy, and this is where we had to be. But for the urban centers, we believe our digital capability, which is increasing by the day, is more than adequate to service those customers in the urban centers.
Our work as a government is to create conducive environment, and therefore we are excited now that we have diverse outlets where people can do business.
There is need to strengthen environmental, social and governance practices among small and medium-sized enterprises. I&M Bank, in partnership with the UN Global Compact Network Kenya, has launched a fully sponsored supplier sustainability capacity building program aimed at equipping its SME suppliers with practical knowledge and tools to improve their ESG practices. The initiative seeks to help SMEs understand and interrogate responsible business practices into their operations while preparing them to meet evolving requirements from corporate clients and markets. The bank says strengthening sustainability capacity among its suppliers will contribute to more responsible and resilient supply chains, while the UN Global Compact Network Kenya is supporting the program to promote sustainable business practices among Kenyan enterprises.
Don't know the ESG that we are actually doing, and you might find that we are part and parcel of what the requirements are, but we have no idea. So I think that's one of the biggest, let me say, gaps.
We are hoping that by the end of this particular program that we'll have over 50 of our suppliers able to complete ESDDs, which are environmental and social due diligences, on their own. They're able to build their governance structures and have more resilience within their own businesses, and to understand how that impacts what we deliver at I&M.
Sustainability really might seem complex, but again, it is what you do day in, day out. It is ensuring that you actually measure that, and then when you measure, you identify the gaps and put in place those measures.
Meanwhile, the creative economy in Nairobi is being constrained not by a lack of space, but by a mismatch between commercial property models and the needs of artists. A new study by the Trust for Indigenous Culture and Health calls for conversion of underused commercial spaces into cultural infrastructure, highlighting that high rents, rigid leasing structures and unsuitable spaces are the barriers that creative practitioners face. The report says creatives often spend up to 80% of event budgets on tailoring empty offices into functional venues, effectively paying twice for the same space.
Struggle we went through to get this space. We felt that there is a need for all these spaces that we are seeing that are empty, and yet we, the cultural practitioners, are actually in need of these spaces. But we need to do sort of a study and be able to learn what is it that is keeping us off from using this space. What is it that is keeping the owners of these spaces to offering to us?
Biggest and lightest challenge is just access to information, where these spaces are accessible, who are the owners of these spaces, are these spaces relevant for them to be able to do their work well? An example is given of a tap dancer who, you cannot tap dance on concrete, but are there spaces that are retrofitted for them to be able to perform and earn a living?
Now, Kenya's fledgling tourism and hospitality industry is battling a silent crisis: high employees turnover. This is being caused by poor remuneration and seasonal demand shifts, and also limited career growth. This is stifling growth in one of the country's important socio-economic sectors. Speakers at the Hotel Expo Kenya 2026 say that this is leading to huge operational expenses due to recruiting, training and replacement exercises. Industry stakeholders have been urged to protect employees' job status, help maximize on revenue multiplications across the sectors. Elisha Pai Resort and Spa General Manager Anne Peggy is calling for human touch dialogues through professionals in the industry to improve revenue collections.
The most important thing is the human touch in hospitality service. And we can only do this when we have professionals that have the highest degree of standard.
We need to re-innovate ourselves and treasure retaining good talent. Asking all of us to go back and look at our workforce and identify the 20%. It's not hard to identify. We live in days when every single employee has KPIs to deliver, and you have, you have your performance reviews, maybe quarterly, maybe half year, and it's very easy for you to be sure. You have 100 or you have 250 like me, you know of that percentage who are against.
Let's go further afield now, where crude oil prices advanced on Thursday as unresolved conflicts surrounding the Strait of Hormuz and the military standoff between the United States and Iran sustained a geopolitical risk premium. The West Texas Intermediate crude for September delivery added $2 or 2.33% to settle at $87.83 a barrel on the New York Mercantile Exchange. More details on this in our international business roundup.
Oil prices East Friday but remained on track for a second consecutive week of gains as hopes of a swift reopening of Strait of Hormuz continued to fade. Crude oil prices eased significantly over the first 2 weeks in August as U.S. officials suggested a deal with Tehran could be imminent. A hardening of Washington's position has left the future of shipping through the Strait of Hormuz deeply uncertain, with vessel traffic remaining at crawl amid fatal attacks. Brent crude for October delivery increased by $2.16 or 2.36% to finish at $93.78 a barrel on the London ICE Future Exchange. Elsewhere, the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Energy Think Tank Forum was held in Dalian City, northeast China's Liaoning province on Thursday, bringing together more than 100 representatives from 17 member economies of the APEC, international organizations, think tanks, and research institutions. The participants engaged in in-depth discussion on energy security and regional resilience, energy technology and innovation cooperation, and multilateral cooperation, and a think tank network building aiming to pull intellectual consensus for deepening practical regional energy cooperation and promoting shared prosperity in Asia Pacific. This has formed an energy cooperation pattern featuring complementary supply and demand, green empowerment, interconnection and supply chain stability, and collaborative governance, contributing Chinese strength to regional energy, common security, and sustainable development. Finally, China's import and export with other Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation economies totaled 18.03 trillion yuan in the first 7 months of this year, up 21% year-on, according to data released on Thursday at the APEC Custom and Business Dialogue. The Asia-Pacific economy currently accounts for more than 60% of the global economy, while its total trade volume is approaching half of the global total. In the first 7 months of this year, the growth rate of China's trade with other APEC economies outpaced that of China's overall trade in goods during the same period, highlighting the huge potential for regional economic cooperation. Ezekiel Owino reporting for Easy Friday.
And that's all we had from the business desk. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Alan Oko. We take a short break now. I can see Daniel Wahome is coming up next with sports. He's very excited to give you some interesting developments from the Diamond League. Do stay with us.
Listen up. Colgate is on a mission. It's kind of a big thing. Colgate Herbal uses traditional nature's herbs and combines it with Colgate science for healthy gums and strong teeth.
Colgate Charcoal Gentle Clean cleans and polishes teeth for a whiter smile and a naturally fresh and clean mouth. Choose natural. Choose Colgate Charcoal.
The wait is over. KBC iko Huduma Center. Starting with Nairobi, kupata huduma za KBC imekuwa rahisi. From digital guidance and signet services to booking of commercial adverts and documentaries. Visit our dedicated desks at Huduma Center GPO, Times Square, Makadara, Kibera, or Eastleigh. Tunakungoja hapo. Whether it's a casual announcement or a specialized media solution for your business, we are here to serve you. KBC at Huduma Centers, moving closer to you. Your station, your service.
Good evening to you. My name is Daniel Wahome and welcome to Easy Friday Sport. And we start with some good news. The Lausanne Diamond League meeting is going on at the moment and Emmanuel Wanyonyi has won the 800 meters race, 1:42.19, and Faith Cherotich, aka Faith Mdogo in the athletics circles, because Faith Mkubwa is Faith Kipyegon. So she's known as Faith Mdogo. She's finished second in the 3,000 meters steeplechase, and at 10 p.m. Jacob Krop is in the 5,000 meters, and Lilian Odira, the world champion, in the 800 meters women at 10:32 p.m. So let's get into our bulletin stories. Football Kenya Federation Premier League side Posta Rangers have received a major financial boost ahead of the new season after unveiling a 7 million shilling sponsorship deal with Playmaster. The partnership is expected to strengthen the Mailmen's preparations for the 2026-2027 campaign, with the club seeking to improve on its performance and establish itself as a competitive force in Kenya's top flight.
As all eyes shift attention to the new season of the FKF Premier League, Posta Rangers have received a major financial boost from Playmaster. The 7 million shilling sponsorship comes at an important time for the Rangers who struggled financially last season.
Based on the
history of Posta Rangers, and also we are looking at the club without any political affiliations. We believe that Posta give us also the corporate advantage that we are looking at as well as a corporate company.
It means a lot to us as Playmaster. It's a part of, it's a way of us giving back to the community, and Posta Rangers is a big part of the Kenyan history.
The package is set to provide the club with much-needed financial support as it continues to prepare its squad, technical team and operations for what promises to be a demanding campaign. The men have endured a challenging period in recent seasons.
Nashukuru Playmaster wamekam. Tangu tuambiwe wanakam, morali imekuwa juu kwa tizi. Kila kitu imekuwa top. Na hii season tuna expect a very competitive team from Posta Rangers.
Because we have brought Playmaster on board, I can tell you that the players are going to get their bonus, and logistics will be easier for the team to travel and make sure that we compete.
After finishing the 15th position last season, Posta Rangers will be seeking to show an impressive performance this season once the league begins, as they'll open their campaign with a match pitting Shabana. Reporting for Easy Friday from Nairobi, my name is Frederick Mwoki.
Now, Fazam FA got to a winning start as the 19th edition of the League Ndogo East Africa Cup continued in Nairobi with a youth tournament, providing a platform for young footballers to showcase their skills and catch the eye of talent scouts. Fazam FA defeated Soccer Talent by 2-1 in one of the matches played, while in the under-9 category, MEC Platinum registered a convincing 3-0 victory over Sparrows. Aston Roma also secured a 2-1 win against Sakata Soccer Stars. The competition is geared towards giving youngsters an opportunity to develop and showcase their football abilities, while scouts are also on hand to identify promising talent and provide pathways for the next generation of footballers.
The main objective of the tournament is to give the opportunity of the young youth or the young players to be able to play a tournament to gauge themselves on how far they have reached as far as football that they are undertaking as a career.
Scouts wako, kama unajua kuna hiyo national team under 15 naenda kucheza Sekafa, so kuna wale kadhaa wako, unajua wamejificha ndio watoto wacheze freely, so wako ma scouts. Alafu pia kuna watu tu ambaye wana scout players and then wana recommend kwa vilabu zingine hapa. Na
Ligi Ndogo, this is our 19th edition hosting the Ligi East Africa Cup. Ideally, inasaidia grassroots football, watoto kuskautiwa.
Nimekuwa na ligi since nikuwe 6 years old, na imenionyesha vitu mingi sana, skills ku handle ball, na mimi nategea ball nisaidie familia yangu.
And three-time Football Kenya Federation Women's Premier League champions Kenya Police Bullets have jetted out to Kigali, Rwanda, oozing with confidence ahead of the 2026 Sekafa CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers. The law enforcers are aiming to go a step further this term after coming agonizing close to regional glory over the past 2 seasons.
The contingent of 26 players and 8 officials touched down in Kigali and are aiming to secure the region's sole ticket to the continent's premier club competition. Head coach David Bujegu's side has been drawn into a formidable Group C where they lock horns with 2022 champions Simba Queens of Tanzania and Burundi's Top Girls Academy.
Maandalizi yamekuwa mazuri. Tumesajili wachezaji wazuri. Ndio tumekuwa na muda kidogo sana ya kufanya maandalizi sababu ya WAFCON, but ila tuna matumaini tutapoenda tarudi kama tuna kitu.
The Bullets opened their campaign against Simba Queens this Monday in a tournament running from 21st to 31st of this month. Coach Bujego believes that fresh legs will provide the vital spark needed to banish the ghosts of past near misses.
We are ready. Tuende na turudi na kitu. So tumejiandaa vizuri na nikidhani ndio kitu polisi na miss na ndio tunataka kupambana tukuje nayo.
The team fell 1-0 to host Commercial Bank of Ethiopia CBE in the 2024 final before suffering a heartbreaking semi-final exit on home soil against eventual champions JKT in Nairobi last year.
Kutoka jimbo la Nairobi, tunaangazia ufugaji wa mbuzi wa maziwa.
Maziwa ya mbuzi iko na immunity kubwa sana kwa mwili yako. So ukipata unakunywa maziwa ya mbuzi, na ndio sababu watu wananunua maziwa mengi sana.
Na kisha tuifurahie chai yenye ladha ya maziwa ya mbuzi. Ungana nasi Jumamosi saa 10:30 hapa KBC Channel 1 kwa mseto kamili wa kilimo.
I had nowhere to turn. I had nothing. I was sinking. I was barely able to keep my head above water at this point. I sat in the corner of my sofa crying, and I looked up to the sky and I said, God, is anything good ever going to happen in my life again? Or have I seen the best that there is?
Sometimes a spirit of depression, loneliness, grief can come on a single person. Sometimes a person can question, God, what is wrong with me? Because you promised that I would be married, but this is not happening. And so a person can start questioning their self-value and their worth, though they're trusting the word of God.
There's just something in me that I just wanted to be right with God.
It was never to really reconcile the marriage, but I said if we giving up on each other, let's not give up on God.
No competition. No competition.
And welcome back to Easy Friday Sport. Now, Kenya's campaign at the 2026 CAVB African Beach Volleyball Championship came to an end today after both remaining pairs were eliminated in the round of 16 in Alexandria, Egypt. In the women's competition, Selina Gambo and Yvonne Wavinya fell to Morocco's Dina and Imane Yaki, losing in straight sets of 21-9 and 21-7 at the Abu Hef Beach. The Kenyan men's pair of Elfas Makuto and Regan Kipchirchir also bowed out after losing to Egypt's Abdul Sud and George in straight sets of 21-15 and 21-12. The defeats bring Kenya's participation in the knockout stages of the Continental Championship to an end. The event also serves as part of the qualification pathway for the 2028 Los Angeles Olympic Games. So just a recap, Emmanuel Owanyi wins the 800 meters at the Lausanne Diamond League. Faith Cherotich finishes second in the 3,000 meters steeplechase behind Winfred Mutile Yavi. Happening right now, the men's 5,000 meters. Jacob Kropp is in action, and 10:32 p.m. Lilian Odira in action in the women's 800 meters. Full details in our bulletins tomorrow. And remember, qualification for the Los Angeles 2028 Olympics for indoor volleyball starts in Nairobi on Sunday. The Malkia Strikers are defending their title, so that's a story we are going to keep our tabs on. My name is Daniel Wahome. Thank you for being with us. DJ Cole Jax is warming up his fingers as he tries to spin the wheels of steel on our big event musically. So that's coming up after this news bulletin. Marie Yambo, over to you.
Every emergency begins with a single call.
Morning, St. John Ambulance Control.
In a matter of seconds, that call can mean the difference between life and death. Behind every response is a dedicated team of dispatchers, paramedics and nurses working tirelessly against the clock to ensure help reaches those in need before it is too late.
Less than 10 minutes, we should be already at the scene. Within another 30 minutes, we should have assessed the patient and maybe even administered the necessary treatment. And then within that 1 hour, we should be placing our patients at the nearest hospital facility.
Join us this week as we focus on emergency preparedness and response, only on Health and Lifestyle. And thank you, Daniel Wahome, for bringing us up to speed with the sports news, and definitely congratulations to the winners. That is Emmanuel Wanyonyi and Faith for doing us proud. And just as I promised, that interview with my colleague Gladys Mungai from Beijing, China, with the Ambassador Willie Bett is just up next as we close this bulletin. And definitely thanks to you for being with us. Anne Wangeshi has been our sign language interpreter. And here I'm leaving you with this particular interview where China's zero tariff policy for African products took effect in May, creating new opportunities for African exporters seeking access to the Chinese market. Months into the policy, what does it mean for Kenya, and how can Kenyan businesses position themselves to benefit? Our reporter Gladys Mungai spoke to Kenya's ambassador to China, Ambassador Willie Bett, in Beijing, China, for insights. Here is that particular interview.
And welcome. This is an interview on the issue of zero tariff done in Beijing, China. On set, I'm joined by the Kenyan ambassador to the Republic, or to the People's Republic of China, Ambassador Willie Bett. Balozi, welcome so much on set.
Asante sana, na thank you for coming and having me discuss this important topic.
Thank you so much, sir, for according me this opportunity. And I think to start us off, my very first question would be, what does this zero tariff policy mean for Kenya? This agreement between China and Kenya, what is it in it for the Republic of Kenya?
Thank you, Gladys. When we talk of zero tariff, we mean we are talking of access of products and services from one country to the other. And in this case, we are talking about access of Kenyan products to the People's Republic of China. So what China has done is to exempt Kenyan and African countries, those who have diplomatic relationship with China, for them to bring in their products duty-free so that their products can be more competitive in this market. As you may know, Gladys, China is a very huge market. It's a market of 1.4 billion people. And this market is a market which is sought after by all countries globally. And for China to decide to offer this free market access, duty-free market access to Africa, and in this case Kenya, is a big deal. It's a big deal especially to Kenya because Kenya has been classified as a developing country, while our neighbors in the region are still under the least developed countries.
Sure.
So in that matter, it means they were accessing anyway this market duty-free because of their status. And Kenya was basically disadvantaged, which means Kenyan products were more expensive than our regional neighbors and any other country who is classified as least developed. And so it made our products less competitive. So this one to us is so important because now our products will be accessing this market again at no duty, which means we will all now be playing on a level playing ground with our neighbors and all those other countries who are least developed. And therefore we are expecting our products to be more competitive and we will access this market more than we've been accessing before.
Talk to us about the significance of the Kenya-China trade relations at this time.
Thank you. As we speak now, China is the biggest trading partner with Kenya at this point in time. And the only challenge we are facing is that the balance of trade between Kenya and China is not balanced, for that matter. It is in favor of China. What does that mean? It means that the amount of money or the amount of revenue Kenya gets for its exports is far much less than the amount of revenue China gets for exporting to Kenya. And therefore, we are talking of around 670 billion China is getting for its exports to Kenya. 670 billion Kenya shillings.
How then do we close the gap?
While Kenya gets around 17 billion.
Only
17 billion. So how do we bridge this gap?
Yes.
Is now what is happening. China have also noticed that, and it's not only on Kenya, it is generally on the entire Africa. So to bridge or to correct this situation, China offered this tariff-free access of African countries to this market. And therefore, when Kenya accesses this market under tariff-free, what I told you is our products will become competitive, we will export more here, we will earn more. That would definitely bridge, not 100%, but it will correct the situation to some extent as we continue developing our production and accessing more this market.
Beyond the agricultural products that we are used to exporting, what other sectors in Kenya do you think could benefit from this zero tariff arrangement?
I think for a long time, Kenya has been exporting agricultural products, definitely not only to China, but many other external countries. We have also been exporting in raw form. Basically, our agricultural products have been sent out just as raw materials for value addition in other countries. So what is happening now is we want to expand our exports. And this access to China is not only on agricultural products. Of course, we are an agro-based country. And therefore, the majority of what we'll be exporting definitely will be agriculture. But diversification or the tariff, the zero tariff policy is not only on agriculture, it is also all other products which we can supply as a country. In Kenya, I see a situation where we would need to do more in our mineral sector. In a situation where we organize our mineral sector to the extent that we get value for our minerals which we have by mapping and finding out how much mineral do we have in the country. And at this point, I want to commend the Ministry of Mining, because as we speak now, we see a lot of activity in the area of mapping of our minerals in the country. We have also seen advertisements for companies to come and invest in exploration and exploitation of minerals in Kenya. What would that mean? It would mean, therefore, we will have minerals also accessed in China as well as other countries, which would, in a big way, because of the value, improve the trade balance, which is in favor of China in that matter. And so we are expanding our portfolio so that we don't only rely on agriculture. The other issue which I want to bring at this point is we want to stop exporting agricultural products as raw materials. We want to value add fast before sending out. We need, instead of sending avocado, fresh avocados, we need to process it so that we can export avocado juice. Instead of sending tea, which is bulk, the usual black CTC, we package it, we brand it, we make it Kenyan, and then send it out here, say that whatever tea which is being consumed out here, it is known, it's tea from Kenya. Otherwise, as we speak now, it comes as bulk. People blend it here, they package it, they brand it, and then they sell it as their own tea. So that is some of the things we really need to do, and do urgently.
On that thought, I think it's a good argument, and it's a move that will benefit the Kenyan market and the common farmers to a great extent. However, my question from that point would be, now that we are seeing a situation where you as our ambassador and as our best bet in the Republic, on the People's Republic of China, is advocating for export of finished products, are we likely to see a situation where the government of Kenya enters into partnership with the People's Republic of China government, and we see establishment of industries back home to process the raw materials into value-added products ready for exports.
You're very right. Not seeing a situation where we have already partnered. We have already entered into agreements. We have MOUs with this country, Kenya and China, to partner in various sectors. But the most important in the partnership which we are now developing and which we are pushing as an embassy here is industrial development. What we are saying is what we import from China, we need it to be produced in the country. And most of those products, what we are saying is bring in technology, bring in equipment, bring in investment, come and produce for our market and also for the East and Central African market. Come and produce it for African market, because we are positioning Kenya as a gateway to Africa. And for sure, Kenya has all it takes to accommodate industrialization for products which can be sold throughout Africa. The other thing which we are saying is the products which are required in this market, which we may not have the capacity or the technology to produce, we are asking the Chinese entrepreneurs to come to Kenya to invest and export to this market. What that would do is we will get more value for the finished products. Secondly, we will have created employment for our people back home.
Yes.
So we are doing it in two ways. We want them to invest. We want the Chinese entrepreneurs to invest so that we can do export substitution. What we have been importing, or import substitution. What we have been importing, we produce locally. The other issue is what we have been sending as raw materials, we now add value and send it out here. And if we don't have technology, we bring in technology in form of investment.
From where you sit as the ambassador of Kenya to the People's Republic of China, what support do you think traders need to meet the standards set for this market?
Very important, yes. The Kenyan exporter needs to be supported in various ways. This market requires products at scale. This market requires products in a consistent manner. And this market requires quality products. So our export in Kenya need to be supported in the same three ways. One, to ensure that sensitization of our exporters is done and done very quickly. Number two, the production of products in Kenya should be increased and it should be produced in a quality manner. And so what we are saying is we need to improve production. We need to improve the capacity of some of the authorities in Kenya which manage quality, so that whatever comes to this country meets the quality standards. And so sensitization is critical. Capacity building for our institutions is very important. And then the Kenyan exporter need also to come to China and look at what the requirements are so that they can diversify their export portfolio from the Kenyan side. And so we need to support our people by sensitization. We need to talk to them. We need the authorities in Kenya to be key. Issues of traceability need to be emphasized so that whatever is coming to this market, we can tell where it is coming from, so that in case of anything, correction can be achieved so fast. And so Gladys, that is very important to support our exporting community.
Thank you, Balozi, for that. You've spoken about a number of parameters that are supposed to be met by business traders seeking to export products. Could you possibly highlight to us a few of them, what someone seeking to export, be it the avocado, macadamia, or whatever product they want to export to the People's Republic of China? What are these standardization measures that they need to have achieved for their products to be considered adequate to have met the standards to be sold in China?
So what happens, Gladys, is we have a body here called GACC. This is the body responsible for accepting all the imports to this country. And so they have come up with a whole list of requirements for any commodity You know, we have a lot of tariff lines. We have macadamia, we have avocados, we have tea, coffee, a whole list. And so in each of the lists, it has its requirements. So it's a list which is available to all our exporters. So what we are saying is they need to go through that list of requirements in terms of standard, issue of quality, how it should be packaged. So they have specified everything, the GSCC. And they have, and their requirements also is the origin. They need a certificate of origin to show that this product has actually come from Kenya. These are some of the processes which exporters need to know. And some of these processes have already been communicated. The certificate of origin, for example, is now being provided by the Kenya Revenue Authority. And this, the People's Republic of China Embassy in Nairobi have actually played a bigger role in ensuring that some of these products and processes is communicated to our relevant authorities so that we facilitate the zero tariff initiative to take off very fast. And I'm happy that it has really taken off and things have really been coming at an increased pace now to China. So these processes and procedures are available in the website of GSCC. And if you don't find it at the website of GSCC, the People's Republic of China Embassy in Nairobi are ready and they have those procedures with them and they can supply. And they have given it to the export authorities like KBC and the other authorities in Kenya who are responsible for exporting products.
Balozi, from a number of forums that I have attended, or had the pleasure to attend, and you are among the main speakers, you have been highlighting your speech in line with the bottom-up economic model that you are implementing back home. How then do we ensure that Mama Mboga or the farmer in Kirinyaga and Mombasa at the grassroots level gets to benefit from this zero tariff arrangement away from the normal status quo where the big businesses are the ones having the huge chunk of these profits?
That is very critical, Gladys, because at the end of the day, we want the farmer or the producer to benefit from this zero tariff arrangement which has happened. If we take, for example, coffee or tea, the farmer is the one who is the owner of their coffee bushes or tea bushes. Now, if we can facilitate the farmer in a manner where the middlemen don't take the chunk of the benefits before it reaches the market, what we will see is that the bulk of the benefit will go into the farmer. So what we are opening is, we are saying, let the aggregation happen, because what happens in China is they need these products in scale or in bulk.
Yes.
And there will definitely be no one farmer who can satisfy that market. So there needs to be aggregation infrastructure in the country, which will help accumulate bits and pieces of these products from across the country. That should be so efficient so that the bulk of the benefit does not go into the infrastructure and not to the farmer. So the onus now is on us in the country, and the ministry is concerned. Say that we establish very good infrastructure in the country that would allow the common farmer, the small-scale tea farmer, the small-scale coffee farmer, the small-scale macadamia farmer, to aggregate their products, grade it, help them to have it graded into quality standards, and then access this market. So when payment is done from this side, we need to be sure what is the percentage of that payment going to the farmer. In most cases, you might find only 20% goes to the farmer, and the rest is financed here in between. That is not correct. What we want to see is the bigger percentage going to the farmer, and the logistics in between here takes a smaller percentage. And that is really the honors we have to do by the relevant authorities and ministries in Kenya to ensure that this logistical arrangement does not consume more and make the farmer really look like he's not the owner of the product.
And finally, Balozi, what is your message to business traders that are seeking to enter the Chinese market?
As an entrepreneur in Kenya, what I want to tell them is that there is a huge market in China. What you only need to do is be aware, establish, be focused. If your business is to export avocado, understand the procedure from A to Z of how avocado is exported to China. What are the requirements? What is the market like? So that, and how do you get your products? Because as I said, it's not possible for one farmer to produce enough for export to this market. So if you want to export avocado, for example, make sure your sources in Kenya are reliable and consistent. Say that you don't bring 2 or 3 containers and that will be the end of it all. You will definitely lose your market here because people here need consistency. So you need to look at your value chain. Say that it is clear from where you begin, from where you, up to where you sell your products here in China. And make it consistent, maintain your quality, know the procedure, and definitely you will succeed and benefit from this zero tariff arrangement.
Well, thank you so much, Balozi, for those insightful remarks on regards to the issue of zero tariff arrangement. That marks the end of our interview. We are coming to you yet again from the Kenyan Embassy at the People's Republic of China in Beijing. My name is Gladys Mungai, and it's bye-bye for now. Balozi, thank you.
Asante sana na karibu tena.
Asante, shukran.
Gaëla Tikaya la patrona, Gilda Sambe.